Yo. What's good?
Hello, Chris.
Hi, Fola. No, okay, can we... Okay, we'll get to the intro in a second. Why do you do this? Why do you do this?
It shouldn't even affect you at this point.
No, but it does. And you know it does.
Why'd you get mad?
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is that you want me dead.
That's girl math right there.
Okay.
That's the
2 and
epitome
2's
of
making
girl
4.
6. for
Why
you.
do you wait until there's silence before you say hello?
No, they know I'm here, man.
But then you'll say that you're not the main character.
We can't do this again. We can't.
We'll do it as many times as we need to.
And Van's just in the middle between this, you know.
Yeah, he's good. We'll get there.
Yeah, he's right now in Switzerland.
Just
he's
yeah,
just
neutral
out of
party.
Just waiting for you lot to finish.
Who you backing? Me or Fols?
No one.
So you want us both dead?
I'm neutral.
My God.
I want you both
Switzerland, I
alive.
told you.
My God. Intro you lot's pod.
Intro our pod.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Chris.
Hi, Fola.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice.
There we go.
See, that's how you participate.
Okay, I'm giving you the feedback you need.
Thank you.
Van's just looking at us like, what's wrong with us?
Hello,
Yeah.
Vans.
Acting like we ain't been best of buds for like the last like 40 minutes and that. Talking
Yeah.
about lashes and all that stuff. Don't
As
make
soon,
for
as
them,
soon as
man.
we play, as
Don't
soon as we
make
press
for them,
record,
man.
like, it's like what?
Wow.
Don't do that
That's
for
not
them,
really
man.
sounding very neutral to me, Mr. Vans.
Okay.
No, eventually you got to pick a side. That's a lesson in life. You have to pick a side.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
We're here, man.
Yeah.
The most unserious trio you ever met.
Yeah.
Keeping it consistent. It's episode
Vibes.
428.
428. There we go. I was going to say 429, so you was on point. Enjoyed last week. So good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Again. You were here, bro.
Yeah.
What life are you living that you forgot what you did last week?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Listen, there's a theme over here of like death. I don't understand.
Yeah,
what's
it's
going on,
crazy.
bro.
Like, what's going on?
But I think I could be a spy.
Okay.
No.
Let's go on a tangent. Why? What about you gives spy?
Because I'm so unserious that I could do like a double bluff. So then I'd be like, yeah,
Okay.
of course I'm a spy. And then you'd be like,
No.
you shake
You
your head.
sleep far too much to be a spy.
And also as well, like one of the first rules of being a spy is not like bringing up that you might be a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a CP babe.
Mm.
You know, it's just like
Glad we wrapped that up.
espionage.
Them spy dreams.
Wow.
Them spy
wow.
dreams lasted.
Wow.
No, but that's the dad in him coming out, because you get to a certain age, you
It's
can
a
you
fact.
can sell your child like dreams and like, yeah, you can be whatever you want.
Wrap it up.
Then you're getting to like year 6, about to get you're getting older. You're like, yeah, you know what? Let's
Do you know what? Remember I told you like I genuinely believe like I can do anything. In the past week, the thing that I was convinced I could do is be a ref. So I was watching football and I was like, I could do that. Like just learn little rules, little cardio, light work.
But
No,
the
I have
reason
an
why
So what happens when she does a little bit of 5K and now she can run up and down full length
yeah,
of the pitch.
you're moving like them and I start going gym a little bit. I start giving out advice.
Keeping up with Haaland and them.
Do you know what my favourite bit would be? When it's this.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
They're like-
you're there for the aesthetic. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The aesthetic, giving out the card, control, telling everyone to shush, get away from you. I
Yeah.
think that's what you'd enjoy
How
the
would you
most.
handle like a bunch of men just screaming at you
Lads,
when you make a wrong decision?
we're going to have to calm down. Yeah?
Do you say now that now they're introducing the blue card?
What's
Sin
that
bin
for? Like
thing?
a sin bin?
Sin
Yeah, so like
get sent
you
off.
get sent off for 10
To
minutes.
cool down. You have to cool down.
I don't really like that
That's
one.
a
you
stupid
know.
rule,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Oh,
Let's not basketball this thing up in it. Like this is football, innit?
do they do that in basketball?
Like when they just call time out and just go and have a little bevy.
Yeah, football doesn't have a lot of stoppages. Like they have more now because of VAR and certain things.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Traditionally, nah.
Get on with it. It's a get on with it type of sport.
Oh.
I don't know if I'd like. I mean, if you know you could have been sent off and you can actually have 10 minutes. For the actual players, it might be sick, but viewing
Yeah, but
wise,
like how many players can get the sin bin thing? So like 3 man are sent off for 10 minutes. Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. There
Oh
must
yeah,
be
yeah.
like
The pitch is massive. Less numbers.
Bro,
I hear
you
you.
have to have some sort of like, control or rules or whatever. You can't just because now it's 11 against 4.
Yeah.
Everyone's finished.
And like football can be a game of chess, especially like if you're a team that's like more on the physical side and you're playing a team that are about keeping their possession and stuff. You'll get angry, foul dons, and then sin bin, innit?
Crazy.
Can't even chat to the ref anymore.
Yeah, I'd just be like
And where do you stand when you get Simbin? You just go and you go
on the
and sit on the bench.
sideline. Oh my gosh.
Like go chill with the man them like on the
Naughty corner.
bench.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like,
But then
if you invited like a couple man in your box, like You know,
He's got for 6 minutes.
For 6 minutes, shout to the man them.
That's ridiculous. Surely they must make you do like laps or something. You got to keep active, keep your arteries up.
You'd think that probably on the side stretching, but I'm with Vans. I don't want the Americanization, if that's the right word.
Yeah.
Of our sport.
Did you see the at the NFL final? They had the like sections.
No, don't just let her land.
Wait, what?
Let her go. Let her go.
Go.
No, he's being very, very.
Is that not what it's called?
I understood what you're saying. Go on.
What is it then?
What is it, Fols?
She's probably referring to the Super Bowl that happened recently. Is that what you're referring to?
Oh, yeah. Is that not what they do?
Just go. I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
Wow, what an op. They had the tables in the sections. So they had like booths
I saw
and
that,
champagne buckets and all.
Yeah.
What the hell?
No,
You
I
can't
think
just
that
come
was
to
just
watch
for
watch
get
sports.
lit in it.
And also
like,
they were in Atlanta and like the culture of like how I think that's actually a sick idea for there, innit? Like
went to Super Bowl in Vegas.
was it in Vegas?
Yeah, I thought it was in Vegas.
Oh, apologies, sorry. In Vegas. But like that's how they flex out there, innit? So
So
it makes
scary.
sense, innit?
So scary. Well, shout out them.
You gotta remember like sports we have corporate boxes and stuff, so like if you're pitch side and you can have like a section and it was just an excuse to sell you something more high price, isn't it?
Yeah.
People will pay that money because like
I saw
VIP life, innit?
TikTok where people were talking about do you know what we need to abolish? People asking people questions in the street. Leave people alone.
You
Leave
say
people
that now, but
alone.
then we wouldn't have any content.
The thing is that like it's not a new concept. Like Vox Pop, like it's not a new concept.
Okay,
But
journalism degree.
obviously with TikTok and like everyone's a journalist. As long as you got a phone, you could be a journalist on the street, asking people stupid questions, asking people intrusive questions, asking people to do dares, and you know, walking up to people and giving them phones or a lollipop.
But what I find funny is that like how just walking up to someone with a phone and a camera or sometimes just a phone gets people just to be so open and honest about their whole life.
Like, can I take a tour of your flat? Who sent you? Are you a witch?
I think that there's a lot of people roaming the streets willing to get stuff off their chest
You saying you ask the right
with
question?
no one to talk to, and then
Yeah.
someone like the thing is that's not everyone in it, but like I can imagine that there are people out there that they've got stuff like weighing so heavy on them. All it takes is for someone to ask them a question that may just lead them to open up.
Do you know this as well though is we get the end product. We get like let's say 6 people they've asked. We don't know how many people they had to ask to get so many people to stop because we like London bias. Someone asks you for directions in the street or stop you for a
And you
second.
send them the wrong way.
Oh.
Let's not get crazy.
Oh,
You know,
Sorry.
or just try and stop you to have a conversation, or someone maybe ask you for money. Like
do you
we're
know
not,
about gun crime in
yeah,
London?
we're not that like we're not welcoming because
Definitely
everyone's
fine.
trying to get to work or from work, or you got somewhere you're going to, hustle and bustle, innit?
They stand outside the tube station now. Sir, it's 9:45. I'm
What's up
going
with
to work.
the knife crime, young kids?
Move.
Oh yeah, they pull up on you.
No, but that's illegal.
Pull up on me.
No, that's footfall. You know, people are coming in and out the station.
I'm going to work.
Let's catch you as you come out
Um,
because you're not about to run back into the station.
try me.
Yeah.
Nowadays, because I keep my AirPods on, I'm speaking to someone in it. Leave me alone.
Oh, so you just start like,
Chatting to
Chatting.
myself.
but if we say man are scary.
No, that's a man that's being frugal. He's trying to do his utmost to get away from.
That's
not
me just
spending
using
money.
a tactic to evade these little niggas coming up to me asking for change.
Steady, come on.
Yeah.
Why they gotta be little niggas?
Oh my god.
Are they not?
Do you know?
Young people. I
The
think
one
it's
that
safe.
did get me was the babe who they asked her, like, "What'd you do?" And she said, "I'm in finance or whatever."
Yeah.
And then they asked her how much she earned. The bit that made me sick was when she was like, "Well, maybe I'm just a hard worker." Sis, stand up and rob this England. What do you mean you think you're underpaid? And you're just like, yeah, I just like to work hard for them and this, that, and other. But also, it's very much given like daddy's money because in this London,
Yeah.
and it sounded like what she did was quite. It sounded she was in finance, no?
I don't remember,
28K,
but
and she
I just
thought
remember
that.
the figure 28K.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, I get paid fairly. And I work hard. Well,
No, but she said
then,
that
hun, you are not getting paid fairly.
She was saying that she didn't think that she did, but she was like, well, I'm a hard worker, this, that. No, I think the time has gone. You see, like our parents' generation,
Yeah.
they would be more married to the idea of like you get in a job and you stay there for like 15, 20 years and you get a good pension and
What's that generation called? Like boomers.
boomers.
Yeah.
Is that what they are?
Mm.
Boomers.
What are we, millennials?
Just about.
Early millennials.
Whoa.
I don't even know. They've got a new
Gen
one.
X,
There's like
Gen
Gen
Z?
A now or Gen Alpha.
No, I think we're the millennials technically. I believe.
I think
Let me check.
our generation is probably like one of the last that will be like shackled to an employer, if you know what I mean.
What?
No, not to say that we
even
are.
us. That dream's over. It's done, bro.
Yes.
If you want a pay rise, move jobs.
But I think the younger generation, they're very much like, you're paying me what? I'm out of
Yeah.
here. You want me to do what after hours? No, thank you. You want me to come in early? Absolutely not.
I don't think what she's like for her. I don't think it's a bad trait to have to be a hard worker. Absolutely apply yourself and stuff. That's necessary. But I don't know the ins and outs of her sector like that. But it did sound like she's been underpaid. But
Yes,
it's
between
on her.
27 and 42 millennials.
okay.
Did you know that millennials sometimes is known as Generation Y? Gen Y.
Is it because we're always asking why?
Why, Rishi? Why? Why?
It's a demographic cohort that follows Generation X and precedes Generation Z.
So who are they now?
Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
The younger lot, isn't it?
Just the young bucks, man.
Oh,
27 to 42, man. Just worry about our demographic.
okay,
man.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you got to worry about. But yeah, no, I do definitely feel like, we need to abolish people stopping people in the street. But at the same time, it ain't me.
It's true. I think the meet cutes are very cute when they ask them, like, hey, are you a couple? How did you meet? And they're
Oh,
like,
that stuff's lovely, yeah. But even then, mind your business, bro.
Yeah. Come at my face.
But it is nice when it's like an older couple and they like, we met 40, 50 years ago and we're still in love. And those things are lovely to see.
Yeah.
Because especially like social media, there's so much like negative content or stuff that's like low brow. That's nice to see, innit?
Yeah, the Donny's low key saying that there was no gram back then.
You know what? We're fresh off Love Week. You know, like last week was Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
right, yeah.
Like
for
it's
sure.
still Love Week. It's still love still in the air. Even though like a day after Valentine's Day they said recession. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for real. The next day.
They're like, oh, we saw you like
They said,
Hakkasan
that's nice.
at Sexy Fish.
That's
you
cute.
like was uptown.
They finally admitted it.
Yeah. Even though a lot of us knew already.
Since,
I don't know if a lot of us prepared though.
In the mud.
But how did you feel waking up the next day after Valentine's Day hearing that we are now officially in a recession or it's on its way?
we been new. This is not new information. Like, I think just now the facts, and not to say like I know all the facts, but it's just so glaringly obvious now. They can't deny it.
Yeah.
I think that's more what it is with them. Like, we've known for a long time that their economy is in the toilet, but they still want to do like eat out to help out and all the rest of it. But now
Wait, are they doing that?
no, as in then
Oh, right.
they wanted to try and find ways to.
Or is it now they're not even trying to boost things? at all?
Yeah,
It's
like
just
they
you're on
can't
your own.
hide it anymore. It's like, yeah, their whole bum is open.
So how did the news of the recession affect? Because you know, like, oh, you hear like, okay, cool, money's tight, and then suddenly now, like, it's everyone's birthday or this happening. Obviously, Usher, he doesn't care about like our bank balance, what we've got going
Recession
on.
where? He's like, recession where?
He's like, hey, you
Okay.
lot was complaining about the London tour dates. Here are these dates, and tickets are going on sale or pre-sale like any minute now. Go
Yeah.
and buy them.
Well,
Yeah, he gave the people them 2 hours. But it's pre-sale, isn't it? Like, you know.
they all sold out quite quickly.
Yeah.
So we go again. But someone's going to get pregnant. Someone's going to break up with their partner. Someone's going to break up with their friend. Like, tickets will resell. Like, everybody cool down.
Did you try and get tickets? What? Wait, I've asked you way harder
Yeah.
questions, you know? What the fuck is going on in
Why did you
here?
get nervous there?
I didn't wake up in time.
Oh, and you knew that was that's an open goal for me and Vans to get onto you about
Yeah.
sleeping and stuff.
But,
Okay, cool. I understand
you know,
why you
yeah.
were stalling there. I got the text like, oh, babe, Usher tickets. You know that you're at work here and everything is hitting you 100 miles an hour. And the last thing you want to see is something related to you spending money.
Oh, my God.
You got to start barking to your boss like the Donny from Fair Play.
Oh, my gosh. On your knees. I will serve you. My God.
Listen, yeah.
Wait,
I looked at my phone, I was like, you know, like, oh, yeah, we'll deal with this later. But it's not something you deal with later. It's like either you're going to go online at 10
finished.
o'clock. But by the time I had time, it was 10 past. But like I said, pre-sale, so
Yeah.
I'm sure. One way or
General
another,
tickets go on sale on Friday.
listen, that O2 will
Tomorrow.
see us one way or another.
We'll be there. You can use
And
your
he's gonna
face
add
card to
dates.
get us a box.
I can use my face card to get us a box.
That's what you do, no?
I feel like a little rib tickler.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's what you
Because
said you
Chrissy
do,
will
no?
never let me live down the time I miss Wizkid, innit? You know? I did see Usher UK in the box though, So
baddie. Are you gonna intro your little pod or no?
I mean, at this point we're here. They know it's us. But
Yeah.
#OffTheCuffPod.
Come on.
We are back. A good, honest conversation never hurt anyone.
Yes.
If you're listening for the first time, my name is Fols Forever.
I'm Mr. Vans.
And that young lady you hear in the cut, she goes by Chrissy. Shouts out to the Chrissy Hive.
Chrissy
Hi.
Hive.
Hello.
She's just looking at us. I complimented her earlier on her head wrap. You're watching this, It's
Don't
giving,
you have
man.
something similar, Foles?
I do. That's why.
Okay, that's why you're complimenting. I see it, yeah, twinning. You should have wore it, man.
Are you gonna get one?
No.
Nah, it's Vans with more do-rag, innit?
Damn.
Do you know what? I might,
me and Chrissy are more neo-soul. He's more like old school hip-hop. That's his vibe.
I feel like that type of head wrap is for the man them with long hair. I don't want to appropriate you lot's ting in it.
Yeah, don't step on our toes.
Didn't
know what I
August
mean?
Alsina have one? And Nick Cannon.
But that's more the turban.
Yeah, the turban.
That's a bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And they had long hair. They've got long hair as well.
Does Nick Cannon have long hair?
Sometimes.
No,
He's like one of them dons that
he'll-
sometimes
yeah.
he'll pop up with cane rows and then next thing you know, he's got a fade.
Oh, I was just thinking.
You know, like how
yes.
the artist that shall not be named,
Who?
the world's greatest, he was bald, and then the next video he had cane rows.
Oh, okay. Oh, my man. All right, cool.
To move your body like a snake, man.
Yeah.
Don't give him extra references.
Oh,
Is this camera on
is this
me?
camera on? I'm
Is it
never
really that
caught.
bad where you can't even say his name?
No, you can.
Yeah.
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
What do they call that thing? Content.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Content.
This is why we're Generation Y, because
Yeah.
it's not because the youngsters they will just be bouncing off. I don't know what's going on in there today. Yeah, because the news of the recession, the retirement age going up.
It's too much.
It's too much. It's
It's
too
got
much.
you
It's
like
honestly too much. Like two recession in our time, we've seen 2 recessions, 3 monarchs.
true recession.
What did I say?
I'm nitpicking, but go on.
Thank you. 2 recessions, 3 monarchs.
Yeah.
Brexit.
One's about to pop down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 3.
Oh yeah.
Because
sure.
we would have had Victoria, then the boy king or the boy queen,
Boy,
and then
queen,
the next one. But then, yeah, where is Kate? Why are they hiding her?
No, she's around.
Is she?
Yeah, like wherever William's at, she's there.
No, she hasn't been spotted in public
No,
for a
no,
while.
no, trust me. Wherever William is,
Oh,
she's there.
oh,
Sometimes you got to keep an eye.
oh.
Yeah, because
Or
them
two.
man are
Yeah.
he's got the
allegedly.
roof missing, so he's doing whatever now.
Yeah.
Behavior gets lost when the roof goes.
But I will say though, like if you're like king to be or like king,
Yeah,
to
for
win,
real.
Come on, man. There
I
must be
must hand cut through
There
in
have
it.
to be some perks of the job.
Yeah, Pippa, what are you saying?
Top.
They said you had a back.
Yeah, they lost their minds for that, and it was really
They
giving
gaslit
like
us,
A4
saying that Pippa had the best bum.
flat pack vibes.
Don't be horrible, but
Don't be horrible. Don't be factual.
We were missold.
We be lied to.
Yeah.
It was front page. Like she was on the front page more than Kate was.
I think they were
Look
trolling
at
us.
her
It's like they know there's nothing there,
they love that one.
but it just shows the cultural divide.
rack on
innit?
that.
And what you look at as like voluptuous or bodacious, and what they look at as like there's something there in it. It's night and day, man.
But bodies always change because we had the waif kind of situation, the Kate Mosses and that Zoe, whatever her name was, like really skinny babes.
I know you're talking about
And then
Zoe who?
she was a Rachel Zoe. She was a stylist.
Right.
That was responsible for the bangles, the big bag, massive shades.
Man saying he hasn't got a Scooby
Yeah,
Doo.
not a clue.
That's a man, yeah. I know.
Someone sent me a message. Nobody Vans.
As a man, yeah, we have certain like knee-jerk responses just to get ourselves through the conversation. To act like we're
No, I
listening.
know what she's referring to.
What is a bang girl?
It's-
Go on.
you know what I
Bang
mean?
girl.
Yeah,
Then it turned into the Kardashian, BBL, this,
Okay,
that, and,
yeah,
other.
yeah.
And now people are going the other way. Like everyone's on the Zempi, everyone's like super thin. You've got the buckle fat removal that they
I
love.
saw Kelly Osbourne looking like Sharon.
Yeah,
She was standing up for that Ozempic. She
She
was
really
like,
was.
so what?
I don't want to get super serious, but I don't like when I did a little bit more digging. Apparently, that's a diabetic
yes,
medicine.
Yep.
So
yes,
you've now, because of like celeb culture and also people like fat loss culture and like quick fixes, you've inflated the price of that product that people need,
yeah.
and aside from inflating the price, also made it harder to find, innit?
Bro, it's Dracula chic, bro. These people are looking gaunt, Kelly Osbourne was on that red carpet flexing when you look like that.
You see, when I don't want to engage, I've got my. No, I hear you, but I'm just like.
My thing is just like you said. If people are doing it and fine, there are no one's been harmed or no one's at a loss because of it. Great, but you have people who can't access the medication that they need, and even more alarmingly, just like with anything, we don't know what the side effects of this are. If you have, like, the way the medicine's been tested, or any medicine, if you have this condition and you take this medicine to treat it, they're aware of what the side effects are. But if you do not have this condition and you're just taking the medication, no one knows. I read an article about some people who it's really affected their digestive system.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll just be pooing up and down.
Shit batty.
Oh
God. Just walking around with Pampers.
But you know, it's when people have a certain goal in mind, they will take whatever comes with that. We're trying to get snacks for the summer.
Yeah, I was watching Dope Sick, and what was it, opioids?
Mm-hmm.
Where people were actually breaking into pharmacies, to steal,
Get that next
What, for their own personal use or to sell?
both.
Both. There was a lot of people that were addicted to it. So if, people found a way to access them, by breaking in.
I'm not mad at it. If you've got an addiction, you're going to do whatever
blowing
you need
up
to
the
do
pharmacy to
Yeah,
gain
that
access.
seems like a little bit.
When you're gripped by addiction, we see those people outside, they'll do whatever they need to do to,
What are you saying? You might as well go all out once you're addicted.
I didn't say all that.
You were like, I'm not mad.
I hear it.
You're like, I'm with them. I'm breaking in.
That's man brain right there. He heard one thing and said something else. All I said is I understand. If someone's gripped by addiction, they'll do whatever they need to do to get their fix, innit? Not that I agree.
Fair
I can
enough.
empathise,
But you understand.
Yeah,
people will go to crazy lengths. What did Kate Moss say? Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Is that what she said?
I remember that quote had the Tumblr babes in a vice-like grip.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah.
Were you ever affected by that? We were joking about the Pippa Middleton thing, cultural divide, what they think about. Were you ever affected by the mainstream view of beauty and maybe wanting to be really skinny or look a certain way? Were you ever coming up?
Not particularly. Not particularly. I think I can remember a few times in primary school where, not to say that I was affected, but as your body's coming in and stuff, you're seeing the physical differences between you and other people, and so I've always been quite muscular, so I'm looking at
muscle mammy from young. Oh my god.
Athletic, maybe.
Athletic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Not muscular. Oh my god. Imagine me wedge at 6 years old. Athletic. So I remember looking at some of the girls from a different demographic, and they're quite small, and not to say that I had a problem with it, but that's probably the first time that I was aware of it. And I've said it before that I was a tomboy growing up, so for a very long time I was never really.
Bring back tomboys. I don't see much of them anymore.
They're just all studs now. I was a tomboy, so I was never really too bothered about stuff like that. I was outside running around, so not horrifically. I've never really felt pressure about my weight, as in to have to conform. Not in any crazy kind of way.
No, I was just intrigued. I was just let me even ask you, because I don't think we've had that chat before, innit? So.
Yeah, no, I've always felt relatively secure. I think the only time, not the only time, but maybe in my mid-20s,
right.
I've said this before, I was a big thing, and it wasn't I didn't feel like I had to lose weight because of anyone else. It wasn't everyone else is skinny. It was just this jeans is really squeezing the back of my knees. When you wear the jeans, and the back of your leg, the circulation is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
when is the Unbigging Your Back program coming out for all these ladies out here?
Because certain men are walking in a dance with measuring tape.
I
don't know if you've seen
would fall
that.
down.
Yeah.
I would actually fall down.
Too many BBLs, not enough shoulder reductions.
If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Yeah. You're on the island all by yourself.
You said certain men are walking around with measuring tapes.
But that's off the meme, innit? I can get out of this.
Oh my gosh.
I can always get out of jail.
That quote was also a meme.
Okay, cool.
But then if ladies start walking around with tape measures and tell the guys to back out their meat, you guys want to be crying up and down.
That's a little bit intrusive.
That's how you catch a case.
Like,
you know,
that is
for indecent exposure.
Do you know what I mean? In public, bringing out your meat.
And it's
that's
cold,
crazy.
so it's not my final form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a true representation of what I'm
Okay.
It's cold. It's not my final form.
of what I'm working with.
Oh, so you're saying that the shoulders and the back are that size, like in the cold, and
It's out in the open, isn't it? Like, we see that.
Yeah.
you see the big back.
We see the back, like,
Crazy.
you know.
Crazy.
Who even coined the term "unbig in your back"?
I don't know, but
Women did.
There's
I
always
love
like
it.
a new thing for
I
them
love
to.
it.
It's like they do it to themselves for you to guys to have to figure out. Now we're gonna lose weight, or now I want to change my body and stuff. Like, allow yourselves a little bit.
And it gives the man the ammunition, I can't lie.
Oh.
It does.
Oh.
When you do the bantering back and forth, it does.
Oh, but you said
So we can't banter anymore now.
No,
Is
we
that
can
what we're
banter,
doing?
Oh.
but
Then
no.
wake the fuck up.
wait the fuck
Personally
up.
speaking, though, I do stay away. I do stay away from the weight stuff with the
Yeah,
girls.
fair. But do
No,
guys
100, but you know.
do guys ever tell each other to unbig their backs?
Yeah, listen,
This is like fat shaming 101
It's
when it
true.
comes to the man.
this is
there.
why you
Fat
guys say we don't
bigs.
have good friendships, because you get given a name based off just how
It's
you look
true.
and your personality. There's every end has got a bigs, a fats,
Yeah, we've actually said this
and
before.
it's
It's true.
varying degrees of bigs and fats. But you
And it
once
comes
you
to
get
the
given a
point
name,
where it's like self-proclaimed sometimes. Like, let me just get there first.
yeah, because it's self-deprecation. They're gonna let me just own it.
Yeah.
And they're always jolly, all the time.
Yeah, they're not going to get to the finish line first, so they might as well get to something.
Yeah,
Blood of Elijah.
don't do that.
Sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong. But I hear you.
What are you on
You're
today?
not wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the gin.
Okay, as long as you've got something to blame it on,
Yeah.
listen, get out of
The
jail.
Gordons.
Man. Yeah.
Blame Gordon, not me, not Vans.
I love that you reference Uncle Eddie.
I
feel
love
like
him.
He's like become the
Yeah, obviously, speaking of content, he's just there. all
But
the time.
sorry, this man makes food like a ritualist. There's no reason for you to have nuts, berries, like chicken and tomatoes all in the same pot. Scary.
In his fruit and fiber cereal,
Scary.
he's cooking it as well,
It's
and
very
he's telling
scary.
people to wake.
Wake the fuck up.
he's got a potty mouth. He needs a swear jar because he's always swearing. Like
That's his slogan, isn't it?
Yeah.
But-
I like to say that I don't think the only person that loves eggs more than him is Conor Ben. It's only Conor Ben that loves eggs more than Eddie Abbo. Like,
Who's Conor
right.
Ben again?
He's a boxer.
boxer, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they got caught up in a drug scandal, tried to blame on eggs. But yeah, he's the only person that loves eggs as much as Uncle Eddie. I do listen. A lot of the stuff he's saying is common sense and it's good advice. But I just feel like if he minimizes the showing us his dishes, it'll make his points land better. Because a lot of those things, it's just the concoction together.
Yeah. It's very scary.
Yeah.
Like berries and meat. Like mince and berries, excuse me?
And mushrooms.
Okay,
Nah,
calm
I'm
down.
sorry, man.
I was with you until then.
You can't
Mushrooms
have
are
meat
fine.
and mushrooms.
He doesn't eat mushrooms. It's very childish.
Oh,
Nah.
you don't eat mushrooms?
Yeah, nah, sorry.
That's fine.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, fine.
I'm not going
Sensible.
to put it in like, it just makes it even worse, that concoction that he had.
It's a concoction, so af. But do you know what? Go him.
Has it made you, when you're in the supermarket, like you're actually looking at ingredients more and stuff? Are you more conscious of that?
I kind of always have been to a certain extent, but that's just because my mum is my mum.
Okay.
But if there's something that I like to eat, I'm going to eat it.
Oh yeah, you know when we're doing the low vibrational plates,
Yeah.
like, we don't even
I'm
I
eat
can't
it.
lie, I only look at the,
monohydrates and saturates.
I
and,
only look at the ingredients when the thing is slapping.
Because
Oh,
you're
you
like,
know,
nah,
what the
this,
fuck is
this
this?
is,
What
this
the
is-
fuck
this
is
is
this?
bad for
Getting
me.
off. Like,
Yeah.
let me just, do you know what I mean? But
I
I need to do that a lot more now.
will do that if I'm like getting a lunch or something. I will look at the calories, and then if there's something else that I want, I'll have the one that's the lesser of the two. But I wouldn't then say like I'm not
you're
going
a
to have
zero
this
sugar
because
babe.
no. I love a bit of sugar.
Okay.
But I really do try to, especially with my new lifestyle, just try to be sensible where I can. Like, I'm not one to completely eliminate things from my diet and say I'm not having sugar, I'm not having carbs, I'm not having this. But sometimes I make sensible choices. Like, maybe I shouldn't have a donut at like 10:16.
So wait to 260.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll
'Cause
like,
you don't want to do up Spike Lee and just
then I'll
get
walk
into
a
the
little bit
levels
more.
high.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, I can extra like 2,000 steps in.
Mm.
You know, balance.
No, hey, obviously, listen.
Shout out to you lot, boy. I was eating them yum yums. at 11:48 p.m.
Like I clapped a pack of 4 the other day.
Listen, enjoy yourself, innit?
Yeah.
You've got one life, innit?
Right.
I know for myself in regards to how I live, diets don't work, innit? It's just got to be a lifestyle thing,
Yeah.
and I just have to enjoy myself where I can. And, if you need to, you got to suffer for it, innit? So, double up on the sessions, cardio.
okay.
You thought something more sinister. Your
No,
mind is in a dark place.
I wasn't sure what you were talking about. I just wanted some clarity. That
Okay.
was
I
all.
saw you in the gym the other day benching.
Oh.
Did you?
Jeez, come on. Yeah, man. I was
We like it.
walking past your gym, and it's on the mains. You can just look in. And
That's
see.
scary.
Are you
Fuller.
too serious?
Nah, I saw it on the gram.
Who posted?
You did.
Me benching.
No, it wasn't him.
Who is it?
That was Ade, man.
I'm screaming.
Oh, sorry, but
I'm
weren't you
screaming.
there?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, so
Because
weren't you
I didn't
benching
know-
as well?
No, because
Like-
I thought he posted me. That's what I'm thinking. When was I? Because I never really posted my workouts like that.
Obviously, like you weren't necessarily benching on the clip, but
Yeah.
you were there. So I presume like that when his set is done, you jump on and do the same shit.
Man just assume workouts for me. I love that.
Nah, okay, fair
No,
enough.
but we
man.
see the gains.
Do you?
I just assume if you're going to the gym with a friend,
Yeah.
like you're more or less doing the same shit.
No, we are.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No,
So you were benching then.
Yeah. Huh?
So you were benching.
I was that day. Yeah. I was. Yeah. I didn't know if you saw it. I didn't know if you saw the raw strength, the raw power.
bruv, man. Like I said, I could just see on the mains like there's
Yeah.
Fols.
That's the thing about
Lifting.
my gym when you walk past it, like. But the amount of times, this way is bad when I fall off. Yeah. I have to walk past there to go to my local Tesco and walk
and
back.
they see you.
And there's nothing worse than
Snacks in your hand.
like people that see you regularly.
Yeah.
Like not that you have a relationship, but you acknowledge each other in it. But then you see me walking past the gym, and you see me walking back with like Fox's biscuits, Chris, just bare stuff. Because I'm that person that will go Tesco, yeah, and
You're
go
not
to
even
the
trying
shop
to
and
get
have
the
no bag. And I'm carrying everything. I look like the fat kid just walking out of the shop.
Bro, do you forget to bring like the bag for life
All
that
the
you keep at
time.
home?
I've got
Yeah,
so
I
many
hate
of them,
that.
Yeah,
all the
the bag
time,
full of
all the time.
bags.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if I'm paying 30 for a
accidentally
plastic bag.
borrowing them has become harder in that shop. So
Paying.
No, I do my shop, I pay, and then I walk up to where the bags are, and I take a bag and I bring it back to my station.
You don't. Your twin does that. You don't do that.
Like, are you going to beat me?
On this big platform, you don't do that.
We're here now.
Okay, just admitting theft. It's absolutely fine. You
What's next?
know? We're gonna talk about Chris Brown versus the NBA.
What?
Yeah, just a little hard left. So obviously we had Super Bowl recently,
Yes.
and then we had the
NFL
All Star game. I don't know if you saw my man Kai Cenat. He was walking into the stadium with Steph Curry. It was a big deal, innit? Like,
I didn't see that much All-Star weekend content, I can't lie.
yeah,
But I saw like KD participated in All-Star
That's
weekend.
Kevin Durant, for those of you who are not sure.
Jeez, that you, yeah?
sports. Well done, man.
Sports.
When you said KD, I thought he was gonna say something else because he saw Young Miami and he made sure that he saw Young Miami.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
mean,
He saw in it.
Oh.
His eyes work.
he's
Came,
one of the
saw,
richest
conquered.
around in that field. So, I guess she's looking now.
I'm sure he could get it just off personality, As man, we can't just
He was
always
getting
leave our
cooked.
money.
He was getting cooked.
Why?
They were like, he ain't getting a Young Miami with that hair. That's what I was seeing.
At a certain level of peas, yeah.
I was like, bro, no one can see up there anyway. Man's about 6'8".
Yeah.
Nearly your height.
We're just gonna gas up runs that we're doing.
Fair enough.
Okay. If that's how you feel.
Fair enough. All-Star weekend, Chris Brown.
Yeah. So he got invited to participate in All Star, playing a game, whatever, and then the offer basically got rescinded because of a sponsor. Obviously, we would never know this if he didn't come out and tell
I
us.
did see him bugging out on his
So he came
IG
out
story.
and told us that I just want to be left alone. I only want to go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated, blah blah blah.
Okay.
And it it just caused a little bit of a conversation of this isn't necessarily in regards to him feeling upset about a sponsor making him pull out. And people are going, what, my man is acting like this is just one isolated incident, or why is he surprised, or just because you did something and it's a mistake doesn't mean that everyone just has to move on. But I looked at it from a different angle of there was a little bit in a fine detail I think people missed, that yes, the offer got rescinded, but they still were happy to have him in the crowd, front row, so it's there's nothing to guarantee that the sponsor stands against domestic violence. It's just more of, protecting our bottom line here, innit? That's why I look at these things.
So
if he's not good enough to play, and the
shouldn't be
NBA is
there.
still happy to have him in the building, have him courtside, because like from what I've seen, Chris Brown's one. You know, one of them guys are like, he can fight, he can sing, he can rap, he can dance,
Yeah.
he can play sports.
He
Like,
can play
brother,
ball,
what can't
yeah.
you do in it?
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't shock me if he had a lot of highlights in the game, innit? You know, and then you're probably there with the sponsor's name.
Okay,
So
fair.
it's like, you know,
But
this
he was
ain't good
doing
for them.
he
innit?
was doing his own little league
Crew
as
league,
well.
innit?
Yeah. And the thing is that like obviously I don't know who the sponsors were.
They're called Ruffles from what I
Right.
saw. Yeah.
So if they're like working with NBA, is it NBA? Is there like a conflict in regards to the NBA fucking with him, but obviously
They
the bag is
sponsor that
too,
event, innit? So it's like,
Yeah,
these
yeah,
are people
so-
that are giving us money.
so
So
it's a
whoever's
working
sponsoring-
relationship there. So
Yeah.
like, despite the fact that we're fucking with you, these man don't want you here, but we would happily have you like, you know,
Over there.
No, we would happily have
be
you playing.
be in attendance, and we would like you to play, but it's gonna affect the relationship that we have with our sponsors.
My
So
mum said no.
do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know the ins and
I can
outs
understand
of
the business level,
issue.
but I just feel across the board, I think it's weird on all ends. Him, you come out and respond how you responded. Yes, you can be upset, but like, your life hasn't gone that horribly wrong, you know. And you haven't just had one incident. There's been loads of things that happened since, and loads of allegations.
Last year he had the massive performance at the American Music Awards scheduled, right?
Yeah.
Where he was supposed to do that big Michael Jackson tribute, and in the last minute they pulled it out, and obviously he released the rehearsal footage, which looked amazing. But the thing is that like getting it down in writing, having man do the work, to then pull him out last minute is where it's nasty
Yeah,
for me
stinks.
personally.
But for me, I think they should have anticipated this was going to happen. It's like there is a bit of a ceiling on what he can do, and my way of looking at it when I came to that like conclusion was when I noticed him, like the amount of like random rappers that have got features from Chris Brown. That in my opinion, the way he was going to go to, those people should never be able to just have features
Okay.
with you, like
Yeah.
you know. But he had to go and do that. So remember, he's not allowed to travel or wasn't allowed to travel for a long time. You know, he can't do like some of those like pinnacle moments for someone that's a performer and getting that like stamp of approval from the industry, like an American musical is an industry moment. If you go and do Michael Jackson tribute, you know the influence it's had on you. You can't do those things, or you struggle to do those things. It just kind of is what it is. You're not like suffering, families from my perspective.
Collaborating with random rappers. That's
is,
funny.
though.
It's
You
true.
just-
It's true. And the thing is, it does nothing for Chris Brown other than the Donny can whack out a hook whenever. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can always go to man, and the Donny can produce a banging hook for you, which you can't say for many people. But aside from that, obviously, it does demonstrate, like, you know, the where he was meant to be at.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that they're wrong for not having him associated with certain things. But at the same time, he has to look at that and charge it. But it's just how it's done. I'm just like, all right, man.
Do you think he would have done? Sorry, Fols. Do you think he would have done a Super Bowl by now?
If this hadn't happened, he'd be a shoo-in for sure. Absolutely be a shoo-in.
100%. And he's
It's-
still got he's still got a lot more to go in his career, to
Yeah.
be fair. And I mean, he's still making hits. He's still doing arenas. Like, he's still a big deal. It's just that he could have been.
Bigger.
You know, it is people are allowed to not forget and forgive and move on. That's their prerogative. And he's just got to remember as well. It's weird to say sadly, but it wasn't just a random no-name person. Because also those things play a part. Because
Yeah.
people always bring up, or they've been bringing up more recently, like Dr. Dre, for example. He was at the Grammys with his own award that was given to Jay-Z. This guy has admitted to what he did to Michelle A back in the day, but she's not Rihanna. It's like there are many Meg Thee Stallions.
And I don't think, like,
If you think
with
about it, like, there's-
Chris, I don't think it's just Rihanna.
Yeah, that's what I said
I
earlier.
think
Like,
it's like
stuff has happened since,
he's
innit?
built a massive track record after that. So,
but I think he forgets that sometimes when he's like,
oh, of course.
When he
Yes,
gets
it's
upset
just
at
one
these
thing
things.
when I was 17. It's like you were yelling this babe's name outside of the club.
Karuchi.
Karuchi.
Yeah,
On the song.
I just find that interesting because I'm always intrigued. What is the real stance? Is it just your bottom line, which I suspect it usually is?
Yeah.
And that is what it is. Just that's business. But I'm like, there's no guarantee that these brands, insert any brand, necessarily have a political.
They actually
leaning
have a stand
or
or
like
a
that. It's just
side.
like we don't want to mash up what we've got going on. You know.
About niggas being like stalkers in love with y'all kind of crazy shit and get tired of it. Well, guess what? I'm one of them niggas. If I love you, bitch, ain't nobody gonna have you. I'm gonna make you miserable. I'm gonna chase that nigga out. I'm gonna chase your ass around. And it's done.
Well, that bitch had a lot of reverb behind it. He don't help himself, you know.
He doesn't.
Is that old? It's
a couple of years old.
Okay, cool. And you just had that in the tuck.
Sorry, I saw it.
But there are a lot of guys out like that, like
100%.
yeah.
Like guys that are deemed as like, you know, normal functioning members of society.
Chrissy, has anyone ever has anyone ever attempted to sign you to like a death row contract? So like, see what Chris Brown's saying there, like you know, like regardless what happens, we go together forever. Like,
if I love you, no one else can.
yeah.
But women are like that too.
No, let's deal with that first.
Oh, yeah,
we'll get to
true,
after.
true.
Go on.
Yeah, I've seen some things.
Has anyone ever been a Suge Knight in your life?
Oh, tried to.
Okay.
Damn.
And how did you escape the claws of?
So if you don't get the fuck on.
Didn't you have dreams that he was tapping his gun on your window?
Don't make light of this. Don't make light of this.
Sorry.
Okay.
It was a dream. It wasn't like a real situation.
Yeah, I think when I was younger, yeah. Not to like romanticize it, but for me anyway, and for a lot of women I know, when you are younger, you kind of see that kind of like what he's saying.
Pressure.
There was appeal to it.
Yeah, like, oh, he's just like so down bad with me, like he won't leave me alone. And then you get to a point where you're like, so this is a criminal offence, like you're harassing me, leave me alone.
Yeah.
So
let's deal with what the women do as well, because you said like the women do this as well, Vans.
Next.
No, say it with your whole chest. You don't have bass and reverb again.
He doesn't want to step on that landmine.
Next.
That's what it is. He doesn't step on that landmine.
No, because there's other like methods as well, which what's the term that I hear a lot nowadays? Love bombing.
Yeah, scary.
What does that mean?
When someone is like literally like bombing you with love, so they will like, wait, hold on.
Listen, you're not wrong.
Bombing you with love.
Bombing you with love, yeah.
Bombing.
You're not wrong, but
so it will be like calls and texts and I love you and like going out of their way to do stuff for you.
Where are you every 2 seconds?
And no, but it won't even necessarily feel as like sinister as that. But it could be someone just going out of their way to do everything for
it
you.
all feels very intense too quickly.
Very intense too quickly, and then usually followed by not much.
Can I be honest, yeah? Even like we're having a serious conversation, yeah. Is sometimes, even I know, I'm sure it definitely exists, and I know it does exist, yeah. Is that not also a way to kind of excuse people from being a little bit naive and like not being accountable for how they respond to how people deal with them? Oh, he just love bombed me.
Yeah.
But Donnie's doing a madness in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But because you're so romantic, like you fall in love with like the romantic, like how everything's so romantic and you know falling in love.
Were you skating around saying romanticized?
No, I was just trying to find another word. I didn't want to say. You know, you want to say. I was like, it's too easy. I was trying to find another word.
Are you alluding to?
Okay, alluding.
The lady that had 50 parts of a story.
I don't even know what that thing is. You guys, like, enlighten me. What is that?
Can you enlighten us, Chrissy Hive?
You're the one that brought up Vans. You take the floor.
So there was this lady over the past couple of days that came on TikTok explaining or telling us about how it was like another Men Are Mad like chapter on social media, and she explained it over 50 parts on TikTok about how she was with this guy,
monetization,
and it was a massive story. It was just all over, and everyone was like running to the gist. But I can't summarize all of it because I didn't know how it ended. I just know that this Donnie they met during the pandemic, and I think that like she had a flat tire and he just handled that on that same day, and then within like a couple of weeks they moved in together. That's red flag number one for me.
Yeah.
Like, not even a red flag. That flag is on fire. There's no more fabric on that flag. And like, you know, they're living together. He lied about his occupation. He said that he was a VP of this major company. He would get on the phone to his brother every single day. Well, apparently he would get on the phone every single day to his brother, but he was making the conversation up. He wasn't on the phone to anyone. So he would be like, oh yeah, like bro said hi, babe. So she never spoke to any of his people once. And they were talking
not a young
about
loudspeaker once.
not a young video call. Like during the pandemic, yes, I understand that everyone's isolating, but if I'm living away from my folks, I'm not it's bro. We are in modern. This is
Folks,
modern times.
Bro.
Like, come on, G.
When
like,
did you start speaking like this?
Like, wake up, innit?
Take the fuck up.
I was like, how did he even get to this point, like, where you haven't noticed that something is fishy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where is that famous female intuition, innit? Where is it?
You could.
You know what? That one I support you on. All this intuition.
it's-
Someone wants to rob me down the road, no intuition. They're going to sack me next week, no intuition.
Oh.
Where's the intuition when it comes to lottery numbers? No intuition, man.
Do you know what? Yeah, it highlighted the case of, yes, men are mad in that aspect, right? And in many aspects. But then it also highlights the other side, that how naive and dumb you can be.
I haven't seen it. So,
Do you
Just
know
by
what?
obviously me regurgitating the story to you.
no, I'm with you.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Very
And
dumb.
I can't be with you, living with you and stuff like, and there's been no like conversation with your peoples at all. There's been no FaceTime, no nothing.
Not a voice note.
Like it's not adding up.
He turned out to be a forklift truck driver. It went very deep.
Oh, so you know the full thing?
No. Someone summarized it.
You let Vans go through that synopsis and you know the routine.
I don't know how it ends. I don't
Okay,
know how
go
it
on,
ends. She got pregnant.
Damn.
And she said, fortunately, she miscarried. Otherwise, she would have been like tied to this
She
man.
said, fortunately.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
that's what she said. They went to buy
Of course, it's fortunate because obviously, like she's dealing with a
a deranged somebody. They went to buy a house. This man had no money, so he's like signed all the paperwork, blah blah blah. And the only reason the house fell through is because they wanted the owner of the house to complete the basement, and the owner didn't want to do that, so he ended up like selling to someone else. And she was like, it's a good thing that happened, otherwise, well, he just wouldn't have had the money. And that's why she was like, this is so unhinged, this is so deranged,
So
because
how
you're
are they getting
signing
the house? Was it off her income?
no, so you won't have to give the money until you like
Okay. Yeah.
until everything is completed.
Yeah.
But then she went to get a car. He was like, he took her to like test drive cars because he said that he was getting
you
a
really
company
committed
car.
to the lie?
Yeah, it
bro.
was
Even like
scary.
when I think there was a point where like she miscarried, and obviously the doctors called him to come pick her up, and he was posing as his assistant because he's supposed to be this big VP of a company. So like, I guess he never came, or he came like hours later.
Yeah, 3 hours
you know,
later.
just I don't know, man.
Do you like you see probably obviously see more of this thing than I have. From this description here, is this person mentally well? Like, if someone's going
What
to this
person?
level to lie, yeah,
Who are we talking about? The man or the woman here?
the man, like,
Right. We don't know what this Donny even looks like.
yeah.
We don't even know what he's on. We just know that he's just been lying through his teeth.
and I'm gonna sound harsh here, but like, what do you want us to do
It's true.
as a listening?
You
and
are
watching
right. Yep.
audience?
Yep.
to be aware. It's not always like, oh my God, ebb me, save me. It's more like,
Oh, you're just raising
hey,
awareness.
Yeah, this is
In 50 parts.
because for some people, you know, like love bombing, some people have never heard of the term before, and
Yeah.
from a video they might watch that and think, oh, that sounds really similar to my situation, and then that might cause them to like look at the red flags a bit
He might be
closer.
a repeat
Or
offender out there in the community. I hear it.
Exactly.
I understand that side of thing. Yeah.
and now, so apparently he's done this before. Like none of his family speak to him anymore.
I mean, he hasn't got any
There's
family.
quite a few people that are like dead in his family. It's just
So the brother that
scary.
he was speaking to supposedly like every morning, he was like, I ain't spoken to
I
that
ain't
nigga in
talking to
2 years.
Who is this nigga? Very, very, very scary. But I do agree with you that sometimes people can be so their judgment can be clouded by their desire to find love and to be partnered and everything else, to feel like this is my time, that they might completely disregard all of these red flags. Now, there are some times when things like that can work in your favour. So if, you know how we were saying at the beginning, he came and he helped her and sorted out her tyre and stuff like that. In isolation, that's just a nice thing to do.
It is
It's
a
not
nice gesture,
necessarily-
and it's not like something that anyone would do like on a normal day. So I guess like
Well, it should.
But she also
It'd
said...
be nice if that was normal, though.
it would be nice if it was normal, but like,
That's
bro,
how
we're in
people
a
can-
recession.
But that's how people can weaponize stuff, because it's like,
It's true,
You know,
it's
not
true.
saying she shouldn't be appreciative if someone did that for her, man or woman, but it shouldn't mean that on Monday he changed her tire and by the following Friday he's moved in with her.
Yes.
Like, bro, come on, there's a lot of steps
Yeah, it's
between
true.
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
in. That's my
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
But she also did say that she felt like, oh my gosh, it's actually my time.
this is real.
Yeah, like this is it for me. And that might cause people to...
No,
and not even just in
I prayed for
romantic
this.
situationships.
No, do you know what? Yeah, like obviously, in all seriousness, like just to cut her some slack. A lot of people, or I'm not even gonna say a lot of people. Some people have been unlucky on their quest for love. So like when something like this comes about, it feels new, it feels different.
Yeah.
So I can kind of understand, like, you know, in certain elements as to why or how she kind of fell for the Donny. And he must have been pretty good at like being consistent, or like
There we go.
just banging out lies like this, bass boss. Like it was like, you know, like it came natural to him. And, you know, there's a lot of people that are gullible. There's a lot of people that are naive in situations where they won't see certain things as red flags.
But also remember, if someone's trying to deceive you, they're trying to deceive you. They're purposely going out of their way for you to...
Salespeople do it all the time. You should know.
I beg your pardon? Sometimes in life.
Wow.
Listen,
That was... You were having such a serious conversation and Vans was just like...
are you a
You gotta
buyer
find
or are
the-
you a seller?
You got to find the funnies.
Yeah, you got to find the funnies, isn't it? Yeah.
Content.
Content.
Yeah,
What's
listen,
next? Following.
Whatever
Okay.
they're putting down, don't pick it up. That's just my thing, innit?
Oh.
Fair enough. Profound.
So we shouldn't be doing 6:30?
I didn't say
Oh.
that. I remember we're fresh off Love Week, innit? And I want all
Oh,
the
so
ladies
you've been
out
doing
there-
the 6:30?
No.
Hey, yo.
No. Let all the innuendos
Follow
go.
Gibbs.
Let's
Oh my
relax.
God, I just cackled into this mic.
Let's chill out. 'Cause I know in a nice,
Hola, geez.
in a nice new
Wow.
setting and that, but from somewhere else, I'll crash the whole set.
Oh, this set's too nice to crash. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What I was trying to say before I was really interrupted by my pod friends over here, yeah, is that
Not
if
even a
women want to
co-host
do
again.
6:30, absolutely, we support that statement, you know. And if men want to do 6:30, that's on them. Just don't get outed like Freddie Gibbs, innit?
Wait, hold on. This is a serious question
Go
in the
for it.
middle of like an unserious bit, but genuinely, can you touch your toes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're flexible, you stretch.
This is
No,
there's
I'm
a
being
lot more
very
extra
serious.
questions that are,
Bend
being
over
serious.
to the front.
I'm
touch your toes.
I'm being serious.
No, I can. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
good.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, it's good if you're. Listen, we're getting older. You need to
Yeah.
There was a time where the floor looked far away.
a long distance for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Fols.
Unnecessary, unoriginal, and unnecessary. Like there's a lot of dark energy coming from over there, you know. But yeah, let's talk about Freddie Gibbs. Actually, we can do that, innit? So,
Spready
he's,
Gibbs.
one thing about him, he likes.
Is that revenge porn?
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. He
That
likes
is
sex worker.
illegal.
Clearly,
He does.
he has a type. Innit?
Mm.
Now, I just don't like whatever you do in the privacy of your lady, even whether it's serious, not serious. That should stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we got given a photo of his you know, his behind spread and that. They call him Spready Gibbs, yeah. But even though it is revenge porn, yeah, if the allegation of him being a deadbeat dad are real, it's kind of fair game.
So
I don't want to
because
see your
someone,
pussy on the internet.
Of course not. At any point, I don't want to see it. But you know,
yeah, that's
Like, I'm sorry, as a grown man, that's not the type of nude you should be sending a babe.
So was he really just like bum to the camera?
apparently so, yeah.
Did you see the picture?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you're saying apparently. I know you saw it. Like, don't and play these games with me.
The way
We all saw it, man.
I haven't seen it. I genuinely haven't seen it.
I'm trying to unsee
I
it.
know my friend.
If I had my way, I'm trying to unsee it.
I know my friend.
But journalistic integrity at all times. I'm in the field, unfortunately, doing all this dirty work.
wait, so what? You,
to
you
get
went
to the
digging
facts.
for it, no pun. You went digging for it, no pun.
No, I saw it like everyone saw it.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
Bro, what? I was like, this is mad. But I was like, the only thing I don't like about sometimes, men will go, if this is a woman, we don't actually care about these things in the same way, and they don't affect us the same way.
Double standards are a thing.
He's not going to be affected. You know, like some people, like we've seen him be beaten up on camera. I think he's just a good rapper. No one really cares.
Oh, he's a rapper.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs is a rapper, innit? Like he had an incident.
He's cold as well.
With Benny
He's
the
actually cold.
Butcher, Jim Jones. He's had bare things happen to him, but it's like he can rap.
Oh.
I think he's going to be on the new Schoolboy Q album.
He was on the Kanye album.
A good verse on there as well.
Yeah.
He can rap. And he's got that kind of fan base. Like he's essentially a street artist, but his crowd and audience aren't necessarily like the traditional street audience fan base. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's almost got like a backpack audience whilst being this
A tog with his bumper.
alleged thug. Yeah, like, and also as well, yeah. Like, do you know what I did like it a little bit? Yeah,
The picture.
no, let me land.
Hey, yo.
It happening is just because people present themselves. Hey, chill out in the back. I can hear you behind the screen. What's killing me is you can't see him. All you can see is the Jordans.
I just had to.
No, why I liked it is because of people's presentation. This big super macho, bro. Niggas be freaks, bro. They're into freaky stuff as well.
Yeah, like how he's going through like the OnlyFans catalog, like to pick his
Clearly,
choice.
like, come on.
He's on a next thing.
And we also like like see him. He's a true feminist. He exalts and uplifts them. Like he'll wife them off. Like he's not playing about. Innit?
Take him to Paris and that.
What does this man look like?
Just black and bold.
Yeah, you don't know Freddie Gibbs. This is why we can't have certain music conversations with Chrissy. We get to the tail end of the pod.
Yeah,
and we want to
fair
get to our
enough.
deep music bag.
Yeah,
She just looks at us
Maybe I know
like,
him by face.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh yeah, I know him.
okay.
Fair enough.
I don't.
I know when Chrissy's like, oh yeah, I know.
no,
him.
He's not the most like
I've never
mainstream rapper out there. But
Yeah, he's not the most mainstream.
he's widely known.
But he's got like a
Heavy spread.
considering all the like incidents he's had, he has like a dedicated audience. What did you call him?
I said he is widely known, and she was like widely spread.
Being called Spready Gibbs, yeah.
That's
It's
very crazy.
How can that be trending on Twitter? That's crazy.
That's very mad.
The man them have to get onto you like every day for that.
But then if
But
that's
if they
his
just know what
bag,
you're on and you're just on,
True, it's
nonsense,
you
true,
can't
like,
it's
shame the shameless.
I don't know if he's
No,
owned
but
it.
like we can know what you're on in the privacy of the friendship group, right? Not for the whole world to see, and
What
that
if
you're
you, but what if you
trending.
don't care? What if one knows
It's
that you
true.
don't
Fair
care?
enough.
may
If you
not
don't
care.
care, then you know, like it. Then it won't hurt him.
Yeah.
It's
Do you know
not
what I'm
going to
saying?
hurt him. It's going to be fine. It almost kind of helps like keep the mythology around him alive. I don't know. Like it's just funny because you're not going to go and like report it to the police, so she's not going to get punished for it. You know, and
Wasn't only just last year he had a babe who was a sex worker, got her pregnant, and then she outed him, and she made a diss.
this
song
is the same
about
babe
him.
that put out the photo.
Yeah.
It's the same one. It's his baby mum.
So
He has a child with
she keeps going in on him.
And then it is as well at this point, yeah. What else? You showed your hand. What else have you? You ain't got anything. You ain't got any other pictures in the file, have you? Like, what else you got left?
Yeah. And isn't it because he's got a new babe? And
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
trying to do like mezzo up on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, a lot of Valentines hate him. I saw a lot of that on the gram.
Valentine.
Yeah, I
Valentine's hate.
saw a lot of babes that never knew had boyfriends. So
I
said,
did see a lot of people that I was like,
Oh.
oh, okay,
Oh,
wow,
You.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
It's a
Even
funny
though
time.
they covered their faces and stuff, but still,
How do you feel about that stuff? Do you like?
don't do that.
Are you not allowed to like protect?
Show
your
me in
love?
4K or don't show me in it.
Yeah.
You don't have to parade the fact that you've got a partner. If you know that you have a partner, that's it.
She said, does
Oh,
it?
is it one of them rules and engagement thing? It's like if you're gonna post, then post them fully. If not, don't post them at all.
Yeah.
Like, I can see, like, I know what your kids look like every other day, but it's the man's identity you want to protect.
But that
Shit,
man
then.
might not be. Might be everyone's.
It
Seeing
might
your,
be a
your kid's
community.
school badge.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of safety concerns here.
But it's the man's identity that you want to protect,
It's
knowing
true.
that you're helping him.
Oh my gosh.
Wake the fuck up.
Wait the fuck up.
Valentine's hilarious, man.
Oh, God.
I was just like, all the like the shoulder, everything's just so like mystical and hidden and that. You know?
Yeah.
And I can't, but I can't even act like I do up super post and that. But it's like either post or
but
don't
like,
post.
yeah,
innit?
like, and the thing is that post if you want, innit? Like, but if you don't want to post, it's fine. Like, we
Going
don't
out
care.
of your way to pixelate the man's face. Like,
Yeah, those
what?
things
It's weird.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I only see those things when those like photos go viral. I don't actually on like my little bubble on social media. The people I follow don't do that. They either post or don't post the person, innit?
That's actually it.
I get, listen, you're allowed to have your privacy and stuff. And also as well, listen, if you genuinely know this person ain't shit, like don't ruin like the lie that I've sold myself in it. Like, let's not put him out there because
I just feel like people are afraid for someone else to come to them as a woman or as a man and
But
just
men don't
scatter
really
the whole
do
thing.
that.
Adam 22.
what do you
Dirty
do?
Mackin
The
is
guy
crazy
said,
out here.
He said to one guy, Adam 22,
Oh, it's the wing guy. Is it Hot Ones?
the hot ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, congratulations, bro, her pussy's fire. And then he broke up with her.
Wow.
Yeah, but she's an adult entertainer. That's
Okay,
why.
but what did he expect?
It's true.
Yeah, but that's also, she did Valentine's posting as well. So I think they've been seeing each other, and then she
She did the hard launch.
she did the hard launch on Valentine's, isn't it?
Oh,
And
do you
then-
know what?
and he
It's
was like
only
24
coming to
hours
me now that
yeah.
the Donny is the hot wings Don.
Yeah.
I didn't even put two and two
And then
together.
24 hours later, he's like, you know what, this ain't for me.
Fucking,
This ain't for me. I had a great time, but you know,
If this is all true, yeah, I kind of don't rate that though.
Yeah, because
It's twofold thing. It could be one, genuinely like I'm trying to keep our thing private. But in my personal opinion, I think it's because of who she is. If you knew who she was already, so you've got to take what comes with that for dating someone like that.
yeah.
If you're prepared, if you are that much of a real man that you can date a sex worker,
Slur.
if you
Slur.
Secure again.
if you're that much of a real man, if you're that secure, then date with your chest in the open. If I'm her, I'll be vexed. Don't date me corner in the back
Yeah.
where no one can see, and then now it's time to go to All-Star Weekend.
Date me direct.
Yeah, you want to hide? Nah, man.
I mean,
Sorry to everyone involved.
social media has done a number on people,
Very true.
especially like when it comes to relationships. You know, people feel that once you like their story, it means that you're trying to holler. No, you look nice today.
But
Today?
what was he or she wearing?
Yeah, because like otherwise I'll be liking everything that you post in your story, and that's not the case. You look nice there,
Okay.
or it's a nice pic. Remember the premise of like the gram, why we started it in the first place with Valencia and all them other filters.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouts out Antonio. But times have changed. Don't try it. I'm with you.
Leveled up.
I used to say that bullshit as well, yeah. But times have definitely changed.
Yes,
innit?
yes.
The gram is low key a dating app.
The gram is everything. You can shop there. Like
It's a good place for business, very true.
You
But it's
know.
also a good place for business.
the only thing that
Or-
didn't bang on IG is IGTV.
No.
That came and went.
Do you know what I
Reels
don't
now.
like? The fact that they have music on posts now.
Yeah, on the grid.
That app
Yeah.
is too noisy.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't
Okay.
like it. They need to cut that out.
Now you're trying to scroll at night, like, and then
Bang,
sensational.
bang, 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 bang.
I'm like,
Please.
I'm not trying to see this 8 million times.
It's enough.
But that's
It's
because
enough.
we have bad habits as men, like either super late at night or super early in the morning. Your babe's just trying to sleep. You're watching Premier League highlights on loud
I mean-
at like 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, come on, man. Chill out, man.
I missed the last night's game, innit?
Yeah, get your AirPods. Them infamous
True,
AirPods.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
that you
Reduce
be
the
wearing.
brightness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
reduce
as
the
well.
brightness. Yeah, people are buying cases where, like, you can't see the screen, like.
But that's for nefarious activities.
No, I had it cracked, but I had one, a privacy screen.
Since Elon took over, you need those screens, especially when you're on public transport, commuting to work, because you never know what the next scroll might be.
Listen,
That's fair.
yeah, there was a day I
Yeah,
forgot
when you
to-
lead with that, it makes
you'll be
it
like,
more convincing.
You know, someone
like-
next to you, like, oh, okay.
I've looked like a real deviant
Deviants
on
are
the
us.
tube because I've opened my browser and my media. You know when you're just like, eee. But it's because I
God.
had a privacy screen before then, and then it cracked, so I'd never had to worry about it before. So when I
Yeah.
took it off, everything's just like out and bad.
I'm just doing
scary.
things bareback with my phone. Like, no case, no, like, screen
Okay,
protector,
you could use another
no.
word. You could use something else, but I hear you.
Bro, come on, man. I don't like how you try to be pim and proper on this podcast. I know you.
So I
I'm
know
doing
the
it
real
to
you.
troll and be annoying.
I
because
know the real.
a real man.
I know the real him.
Speaking of tubes, though, did you see that they tried to ethnic up the tube lines and that. So we've got a Windrush line now, apparently.
Yeah.
I genuinely didn't think this was real. Yeah, I genuinely thought they're trying to troll, man.
Yeah.
But this is a real thing. And when you look at the line, yeah, all the areas, all the places it stops at, you're like,
Hard ear.
yeah, this is predominantly
Ethnic.
ethnic and black area. I don't know, man. Like,
They got the suffragette line. What's the other ones that they've got?
Suffragette, Windrush. I think Vans is pulling it up now.
Yeah. Where's the list? Like, where's that? Oh yeah. The Weaver line, Windrush line, Mildmay line, Lioness line, Liberty line, and Suffragette line. Suffragette. Suffragette. Is that how you say that?
Suffragette.
Suffragette.
There's people in uproar because the Mildmay line, I think it's a hospital or something. Mildmay
Right. I'm with you.
something.
Look at
to
this
that.
picture as well. They
Okay.
got Patrick Newman holding up the Windrush line.
It stinks.
Truman
Are we,
Newman.
No, I knew immediately who you were referring to. I knew.
The man.
No, but
Yeah, man.
I don't know how you
and
got
so both
to
of you are
Newman.
still speaking.
Pardon?
I just got fully interrupted.
He
Oh,
started.
sorry.
Yeah, he started.
Continue,
I don't
Queen.
want to speak again.
Continue, Queen.
So basically, that hospital, there are like some lines that go closer. There's a line that goes closer to that hospital, or there are two,
Okay.
than the actual Mildmay line, or that building, or whatever it's called. So they're like, if you were going to call it the Mildmay, why wouldn't you name one of the lines that goes past that building or
right.
sightsee or whatever?
Yeah.
This country, they love an empty gesture. Like it just gets them going in the morning. You spent however many millions of pounds renaming all of these lines when people are starving. People are dying of cold in their homes because they can't heat their homes. People are hungry. People are having to choose between feeding themselves and feeding their children. But what you thought we needed was to spend X amount of millions on renaming these lines. Cool.
It's shit, man. Especially the Windrush one, because it's like, if you're not going to give because people have actually, in their quest of like, getting all the legal issues sorted out,
Yeah.
and you know, people being deported, people have died off, like, and
Yeah.
I think they're just hoping that generation dies,
Yeah.
so they never have to deal with it, and people have actually passed on without even having the whole issue sorted out. People have been deported. Like, some people came here and have never gone back to wherever home was for them at
they
any
can't.
point. This is
Yeah.
home, innit? And you send them back to a place now which is very foreign to them, innit?
And how much did they say this cost to do?
I didn't see the figure.
30 million.
What was it? 30 million?
I thought it was 30, but you could be right.
I'm just gonna have a look. But just to piggyback what you guys were saying, like, this is just a stinker from Sadiq Khan. I think tone deaf, like another empty gesture, and I don't know who this appeals to be fair. Like, I see what he was trying to do with it, but it doesn't appeal to anyone. This is not what we've been asking for, or anyone of the Windrush generation and all their descendants. Like, no one's asked for this.
It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Listen, appropriate like travel links are needed. You know, having cool quirky names are good, but in terms of like the list of stuff to do, I don't feel like this was high on the priority. And I think it's like, to what you're saying as well, it's just tone deaf calling it Windrush, and like,
Even more trains every day. Bless you.
Bless you.
Packs up like sardines on that tube or just on transport in general.
yeah,
Why
how
don't you
can
just fix that?
yeah, how can we make it more efficient? So London Overground lines have been coloured orange on the map since the network was created in 2007, but the overhaul will see each route represented on tube maps as parallel lines in different colours. Mr. Khan said, "There are so many fascinating and often forgotten stories from our city that should be told and remembered. Naming the lines will not only help educate visitors about our amazing city and its incredible history, but will also make it easier for people who live, work or visit London to navigate the city."
okay.
Sure.
Mm.
Sure.
Listen, man, nothing surprised me these people anymore, innit? So, which is a shame, because it just makes you kind of like, to everything.
It's
But
true.
The Lioness line, the overground Watford Junction to Euston branch, which runs through Wembley, will now be yellow, and named the Lioness line after the footballing legacy created by England's women's football team.
And you know what, yeah? That's such an apt name for that line, because just like the English football team, they will never succeed. That line
Okay.
is
I mean, they got
so
close.
useless and
I mean,
janky.
the women just won.
close.
Useless and
Did they win the Euros?
janky.
The women just won, bro. That's why they named the Lionesses, isn't it? Like,
No, hate it for them.
They lost in the final, didn't they? The World Cup.
Well, the women.
Yeah.
I just remember from when they won.
Against Spain.
man.
Did you
When
watch
they-
it? I thought you watched it. I thought you support women's football.
I do. I was there when they won. Glory hunting. Nice try.
The Windrush line, the line running from Highbury and Islington to West Croydon through New Cross Gate with branches to New Cross, Clapham Junction and Crystal Palace will be named the Windrush line to honour the Windrush generation and Caribbean communities and coloured red.
Yeah, there's no honour in that, man. Give them their money, man, and I'll sort everyone's documents out, man.
It's true. I
Yeah.
agree.
That's what's needed more than anything. But we can go on to what we're watching. I know I did ask you guys earlier, so I know you haven't, but I did. I think I finished it now. The Vince Staples show.
Okay.
To be honest,
Go on. Sorry.
I thought that show would come out in March for some reason. But I saw people talking about it over the weekend. But yeah, I haven't got around to it yet. But I saw the comparisons with Atlanta.
Yeah, but it's in the, like, when you first start watching, the industry says they're like Curb Your Enthusiasm meets Atlanta, so it's intentional.
Ah, right.
And in terms of style wise, that
Some of my favourite shows.
those type of shows have been quite successful. You got obviously my man that does Kenya Barris, all like the Blackish, all that stuff. He has a certain style. Like if you watch his shows, you know what I'm kind of talking about, innit? So
And Curb is like Larry David, like
Yeah.
one of the richest guys in TV.
So funny.
and it's really funny. There's like like that dry humor a little bit as well.
Yeah.
And if you're,
I love Curb.
I was probably more of I was more of a fan of Vince Staples, the personality and how he came across in interviews before I actually like dived headfirst into the music. Like, where some people it's the opposite way. So I could understand why he got given
Yeah.
this, because like he's got like he's just
Cold album. His last album was cold.
Yeah, Roman Park Broke My Heart, like
Yep.
cold album. But his persona, what I'm trying to say, persona he comes across in conversation, just actually
When he's a
quite
guest
fitting.
on like other podcasts,
When he's on
and
Joe
stuff.
Biden podcast, when he's on Breakfast Club, when he's on
Yeah.
Big Boys Neighborhood, anytime
Yeah.
Vince is sitting down speaking, like he's got this bit of things on Hot 97 he's talking about how Ray J is the greatest thing ever, and he breaks down all these things, how they lead back to Ray J.
Right.
How the world would be nothing without Ray J.
Yeah.
Vince has got a good opinion on like hip hop and culture and stuff. So
Why did I think he was a wrestler?
Vince Staples,
Okay,
we'll get to that after. I don't know, but yeah,
fair enough.
girl math, innit?
Wow.
So
Can't even see.
I was really
comedy
excited to see the show, because like, yeah, someone like him should get a show. They should figure out something for him to do
It's like
outside
a
of
mini,
music.
like a mini series. Or
It's a mini series, like 28, 26 minutes long.
Oh, okay,
You know?
my kind of bag.
You know where he's from. He's got heavy LA influences. He speaks about his mum, his family bleeds into the most recent album as well. So
Right.
like, having his mum's character on there,
Right.
I've seen him talk in interviews about like, that's how she really is and was. Like, she would, like, you only get one chance with her. Like, I'll bail you out once with Joe. After that, you got to figure it out.
I hear it.
She references like, yo, I don't mind going to Joe. Like, it's cool, innit? Like, he hasn't got the traditional mum in that sense.
okay,
He's got
okay.
like a mum that's tapped in to the roads, and like his mum will tell him, yo,
Yeah,
this person,
she features on the album as well,
this
right?
person will snitch. Like, that person's gonna snitch, and he said that person ended up snitching.
Oh, like what's that babe's name from Canaan?
Jukebox,
No, the mum.
Raquel.
Raquel, yeah. She's
You know, like your parents will tell you that girl is not your friend.
yeah.
No, you'd be running up and down. We better.
And
be
we've got to
careful.
go. We've got to go back and apologize to our parents. And be like, you was right.
Do you know what? Last week it happened, but it's just funny how like life works out. Obviously, last week was half term. I had my daughter, and she went to this youth club. Like, they did this half term program. So my mum dropped her off one day and picked her up as well. And she told her, "See that girl over there? That is not your friend." And I was like, she used to say the same thing to me.
How did
Was
you
she
respond
right?
to your mum saying that?
She thought she was chatting shit.
Because when Granny says it hits home a bit harder, isn't it?
Yeah, but like she just, I don't think she really like grasped what she. I just felt that she thought that it wasn't that deep.
She's like, all right.
Yeah, when Granny's
She's like,
hating.
nah, like we are
I
friends,
like
but
her. We play in the playground.
yeah, we play. And she's like, no.
Damn.
Damn, indeed.
Yeah, our parents, man, listen, they were right a few times,
Yeah,
innit?
it's true.
Yeah, so Vince's mum was right. So the conversation around the show, I think it's got mixed reviews. Because you've got references to make your show, I think that probably hurts more than it
Curb
helps.
meets Atlanta is, I guess, it's a compliment because these are shows that are old but you know they're still talked about, they're still referenced.
No, they are. They're pop culture and stuff as well. But I just feel like, what are you trying to do if you're almost imitating something that's already happened a little bit? And I think imitating might be a bit harsh, but
Maybe
if that's your reference point, it's like,
I guess you can say it's harsh, but at the same time, it's like there are genres in television for a reason, and if it's of a particular genre, then I'm not mad at that. If it's trying to replicate another show, then okay, this is where the criticism comes in.
that's probably a safer and cleaner way of looking at it. That I'm not mad at. Is if
Right.
it's like if we recognize that as a style, a genre of doing
Right.
film, short series, cool. If you don't know, you just simply go, oh, we're just getting another. You know, like how we in the UK, like we in our urban scene, after Kid at Home, we just got loads of the same type of film over and over again. Now, on one hand, if something's been successful, people see like a pathway to, you know, so they keep doing that, innit? But then it can end up being unoriginal, you know, and are you going to beat the first impression we had of said thing, innit? And the Vince Staples show definitely isn't that. It doesn't beat that. Should it have to live up to it? No. But if even the fact you even allow that to be the reference and be like, oh, Curve meets Atlanta, maybe it's a good marketing tactic to get you like, you know, okay, cool, we like these things already.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go over here and like check out the show. Maybe it's that.
Yeah.
You know, but then I feel like you then set expectations maybe too high. You know, so I would like him to get I would like it to do well in terms of reviews and numbers, so he gets another shot at it or something else.
Yeah.
'Cause I hate for that just be it to be one and done.
Just it's just series 1.
It's just series 1 in it. So you know how these things go. We get series 1.
10 episodes or?
No, it's not that long now. It's a little
Oh.
short now. Yeah. It's not long. So
Yeah, that feels super short then. If their episodes are only half an hour, like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
There are a lot of like mini series
I think that's
popping
better,
up
though.
like
I think that's better.
nowadays.
I don't like that though because I can't remember what the stats are exactly, but some of the most streamed TV series are like older ones. And I think the difference between TV that we used to watch back in the day and now is that it wasn't just a limited series or cancelled after like 2-3 seasons. You actually got an opportunity to grow with the characters. So I didn't watch Desperate Housewives, but that's the first thing that
But
popped into my mind.
those shows, essentially, all those series came before the whole streaming
Yeah.
cycle. And I watched an interview with Matt Damon, and he was talking about how it's just changed everything, like where they're not making as much as they were before, like where, you know, they would go on set and then, you know, they'll earn their money and then they'll get like the right residuals or royalties, especially like with DVDs and all of these things. As soon as like all the Netflix and the Primes and these
It's all
things,
over.
it just changed things. So I can imagine like I haven't seen this anywhere or anything. I'm just trying to think that a production house may not see the worth in doing a full length series, like 10 episodes, an hour long, because there's not much to recoup from.
Yeah.
So like we were talking about Griselda, I think it was last week, that
Yeah.
was 6 episodes. To a lot of people, like they would have liked it to be a lot longer than it was, and that's just that one season, one and done.
if you think about it, we get half an hour. How much did you have to shoot for you to get half an hour? If you're getting an hour, how much are you shooting to get an hour? So I think you've also got to the point you're making that factors in. Obviously, we're as an audience, we like what we like.
And also, we've spoken about it in relation to music, but the whole microwave culture is, I think it spreads into that as well, because people want things to be successful straight away. You want to break streaming numbers on the first day and you want to have this happen instead of letting something grow organically and letting people decide that they love something. Like, it's not always going to be straight off the bat, everyone loves it and it's critical acclaim. But I also empathise with them because they don't necessarily have the time to do that. Everyone's up against it, and especially now where the barriers to entry when it comes to media are so low, it's like you have to constantly be innovating, constantly be doing your thing. Otherwise, there's going to be someone who just pops up and like shoots something amazing with their iPhone, whatever. Now they're getting commissioned and they've gone to the top. So everyone's constantly trying to Whatever the English for that is.
No, I hear you. I think everything you said is spot on because it's difficult, isn't it? You gotta love Chris because I think you can train, like, you know, you teach people to love you. You can train an audience in regards to behaviors and stuff, but I also don't think it's maybe in the business interest as well a little bit, like.
Because your audience, if you train them to love you a certain way, we've seen this happen like loads of times. If you kind of impress upon them like, this is me and this is how you love me, that doesn't really leave much space for you to grow and evolve as an artist, as an actor. Because then what will happen is that the moment you do something outside of what they're used to receiving from you, then it's like, well, why are you doing that? Why don't you just go back to what we know and love?
Listeners have habits, but I do feel like if whatever the piece of content is good enough, you can have maybe an old-fashioned viewership. It's like, I know it's maybe a hard left, but like there's a lot of those gang documentaries in a minute on like YouTube and stuff. They're 3-4 hours long. They're getting mad numbers. People are watching them because they're in depth. The research is done well. Obviously, the subject matter is quite sexy, unfortunately, but that's historically sex, money, murder sells, isn't it?
But that's why I think the difference between like organic growth and training people to love you, because if you want them, if you're kind of like forcing that on them, like you have to enjoy all of this, you're not going to get the people.
We started talking about, profound stuff. We lost Vans.
And he's like, sorry to you lot.
We've lost him.
No, I was actually looking for a show that I was going to quickly plug.
I'm looking at Chris, you looking at me, we lost him.
That friend of mine is in.
Go on, Chris.
So yeah, go on.
What's that saying?
You were about to say something really profound, man.
I know, it's gone.
And yeah.
There we go. When your audience grows with you, if you start doing 3-4 hour episodes, or if you just, like you said, to your point, if you just have that good content, people will come and they will watch a 3-4 hour show because they're interested in what it is that you have to say. But if you're doing it just for vibes and
or just money
and there's no like real passion or love in there, people like what's that man's name? Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Club Shay.
Fantastic. Am I going to sit there and watch 3 hours of that? I'm more likely to watch the 3 hour like documentary that you mentioned. And not to say that I think that's just not for me. It's not my bag. But for the people who it's for, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Let me get my popcorn and a glass of wine. Yeah.
I also feel as well that like no one really owns. There'll be like small like anomalies and stuff, but in terms of audiences, they bleed into all. Like, if you're let's say like now. Artists, everyone shares the same kind of audience. Yeah. Genres of film, whatever, you share the same audiences, but there'll be small things. But like maybe to that kind of thing, like the Vince thing, there'll be people that are really fans of Vince, and then there are other people that maybe, let me check this thing out because it's on Netflix. Those people watch and listen to so many other different things. If you don't capture them well enough, it is what it is, isn't it? So I think that's what it is as well. It's really hard to just like have that core audience as just like it's just for you. Yeah. And then to your point, it might be the whole thing about growing with you, but when do you get the time to do that anymore? It's just like we like so many different things. We do what it is just got to meet people where they are, innit? And streaming is that. And you have consumer behavior, innit?
And you have to compete. You're competing essentially with these corporations, like, and Netflix is a giant. Do you know what I'm saying? And you have to compete with some of their original content shows, like the reality TV shows, like Love Is Blind, for example. I've been watching that, and I cannot lie, that shit is entertaining. I'll be on the timeline and everyone's talking about it, and I'm like, maybe for some reason this season has grabbed me and I'm gonna watch it, and it's been jokes.
Is that because there's a Don on there that like doesn't know the rules of the show? Donnie was behind the screen basically saying, have you got a back or not?
Oh.
Yes.
Love Is Blind, bro. You got to roll the dice.
I think he is fully aware of the premise of the show, but at the same time, he was just like,
Can you confirm?
It's cool, like that we are connecting emotionally, and like we're not trying to base this on like superficial values, like such as looks and things like that. But he is like, I know that you're my thing, innit? You're my person kind of thing, yeah. But I need to know like what's going on back there.
is there cushion for the pushing?
And was he pleasantly surprised when he met her in person?
Jet
He-
cheek still.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's like he knew in his
Can you
mind.
see it from the
like,
front?
From the
Is it-
front, yeah.
You can see it from the
Or
front.
from the side.
Yeah,
It's very crazy. You can see
Yeah.
how high the wig's sitting from the side as well.
that's crazy. That's hate. But
It's
you're not
factual.
wrong.
Jesus, is it that
Yeah,
bad?
yeah. Spinning.
She's on ground floor and her wig's on 7th.
Okay, all right,
Crazy.
all right. You made your point. You made your point.
Crazy.
You made your point.
I mean,
Is the show any good though?
it has been interesting, but then like in a couple that we're referring to, Clay and AD, spoiler alert if you haven't seen,
Sorry to you.
I feel like anything that anyone says that is remotely nice, she just gets all mushy and gushy.
Oh, so is she a prime candidate for being love bombed?
Yeah.
She could do another 50 parts on TikTok if she wanted to, just based off what I've seen on the show.
And
And
is
I haven't finished yet. I'm on like episode 5.
But she even said she will see a red flag and be like, She's
See
like,
what I'm saying, bro?
She's like, I'm just such a Captain Fix-a-Ho.
Yeah.
I said,
Captain what?
she's like, I just love fixing hoes. She'll
Yeah.
know that the man's them have problems and
Oh, she
all the
likes
rest.
a
And she's
project.
like, yeah, I can fix him. I can build him.
But those kind of women I think are low key mad toxic as well.
Yeah.
Because like, why do you appeal to the most like bottom barrel?
But
Why is that what you is? That's
let's
what you
cut
can
the
get?
Donny some slack. We don't know he's all the way bottom barrel.
No, I'm not saying him specific. I'm saying
Right,
to her
right,
point. that,
right,
like,
right.
Cause I ain't watched this. You're
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
she wants to do like build a bay. Because and where's that coming from? To be like, oh yeah, I did this for you. Like, I feel that's very, very toxic.
Bro, so imagine like obviously I'm sure you've seen the show before. Like
Yeah, of
this is
course,
on the
yeah,
6th
yeah.
season. This is like a nice setup like this, like, you know, you're in a nice
Pods.
little pod
In a
and
pod,
stuff.
yeah,
like,
actually, yeah.
The blanket.
you're speaking to, so everyone's kind of dating each other, trying to get to know each other. She forms a connection with another Donny who is like the polar opposite to the Donny that was like, do you have ass or not?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
Don't
she
tell me she
falls,
likes the polar opposite guy.
she falls head over heels with this Don, only to find out that he's been running the same game on another babes. Copy and paste.
Literally copy.
I
Like,
only got so many moves, but
Nah.
there's a wall between us. What
Follow
we gonna
me.
do?
When I say
Verbatim,
copy
like
and paste-
verbatim lines, like
I'm gonna ask your daddy marry you.
No, but in terms of tradition, that's what you do.
Uh-uh.
You like a babe, it would be like you. Listen, it's becoming of you as a man to go and see, you know, the person that gave her life as well and be like, listen,
And,
I want to
like,
take
was-
it off your hands.
did had her father passed away or like, and he was like, yeah, you see, like I would have.
Oh,
I
you started
know.
doing that.
I
Okay,
would've-
okay, cool.
It's tugging at the heartstrings
take back
and
everything
blah
I
blah 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 blah. And he said that to the other babe, and then you know, she's pulled him up on it, and he because the other babe is left now that he was running game on. This one is pulling him up on what he said to the other babe, and he's like, you know what, it's not going to work out. I'm going to leave this place and find the other babe.
Wow.
He left the whole show.
He left the whole show.
Very, very mad. But then the guy Clay, when he found out that AD was talking to someone else, he was like, who? Like, who's Matthew? And he was
Yeah.
like, him? He was like, you're gonna fucking regret that. I was like, ooh,
What,
dirty
to her?
Matthew.
Yeah.
That's what he was like.
Because
that
obviously
guy.
the man them see each other in it because they're in the same headquarters or whatever they call it. When after they go come from the pods, the man them are chilling together, and then the women are chilling together. So obviously they all know who looks like
Who's
what
who,
in it,
yeah.
who's
Yeah,
who, and that. So when he found out that she was connecting with him, he was like,
did.
"What, him? Nah,
was
you're
like-
gonna regret that shit."
He was like, excuse me. So for the fact that he was basically saying that it made him look at her sideways because you can't be interested in that guy and be interested in me. Like, we're
But
not the same.
It's not based off the looks, right? It's off the conversation you had.
But
Yeah, he said, that's nice, but no.
But what you find when you watch that show, when things go left and, you know, the conventionally attractive people start to revert back to looks as their argument once they get rejected.
Oh, okay.
So one of the
okay.
babes who is also in another love triangle with another woman and this guy called Jimmy.
You know, it's Jimmy, one of the random blacks that keeps on popping up.
Nah, that's another thing about the show. They keep
Every day.
popping up a random black that just came out of nowhere.
Diversity quota, bro.
Nah,
Come
but
on,
like-
man.
It's ridiculous.
No, but like everyone else has been introduced. Like, you know, you see their name pop up in the little,
Hear their story,
you know,
little
you hear their
VT.
story. And then like you know, one of the
There's
main
miles.
dons come back and then there's a random black guy just pops up. And I'm like,
Hey, man.
It's a
Okay.
D, E, and I.
so anyway, they're in this thing. She's in this love triangle with Jimmy and the Megan Fox babe, who
Scream.
I'm gonna come back to that in a second. Yeah,
You know what? Just go and flow.
so he's connecting with two women, right? One that he clearly likes both of them, but you know he's trying to weigh up his options. One has a kid, one doesn't, and one has already told him that people have told her that she resembles Megan Fox. So in his mind, he's like, whoa, that's I'm gonna need that. And the other babe has just broke it to him, I've got a kid, and he's like, whoa, that's big. That's like
A big deal.
That's a big deal. Like, I needed to know about that. And she's like very much a standing on business type of babe, innit? Like, she's not trying to soften the blow for it. She's a straight talker.
Yeah.
So obviously she's poured out her heart to him and he hasn't done the same. So she kicks off and he's like, whoa, this is too much. I'm going to the Megan Fox babe. Like, all it needed was, that's all I needed.
I would like to say
Don't worry
that
about
if,
me.
like, if Megan Fox is your fullback, babe, that's not a bad landing.
It's not a bad landing, but the
Whoa,
jig
yeah,
is, this babe does not look like Megan Fox.
Is it bad? Is
She
it?
She doesn't look like Megan Fox.
She looks like Megan Fox in the sense that they're both women.
She looks like
That's
if
bad. That's bad.
she looks like if Natalie Nunn and Megan Fox had a baby.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So,
But anyway, alas. So this babe finds out that, like, after she's like, I've poured out my heart to you, like I've told you everything that I like about you and you're not giving me nothing. She's basically grilling this Don. So he's like, I don't know, innit? Like, I need to make my decision. But that cemented his decision in his mind that this babe just kept probing him. So he's gone to the other babe now and says, I love you, innit? So she's gone back into the headquarters and, you know, how, like,
yeah,
people
I think you
just...
caught up.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Van's
then-
he's really watching
No,
this.
I'm
She
loving
catches wind of Jimmy telling the Megan Fox babe that he loves her, innit? So she's like, I can't believe he's done this to me. Whatever. So she
Your
goes
bad
back
vibes
into the
follow.
pod and she's like, you are gonna regret this. You are gonna need an EpiPen when you discover what you've missed out on.
When you're
You're gonna
look
need
at
an
me
EpiPen
to
because
clear
you're gonna
your
choke.
airways. Yeah,
And she's at peak.
she's kind of peaked still.
She is kind of
Yeah,
But is it
peak
peak in comparison because his expectations been risen because homegirl, they say she looks like Megan Fox.
yeah.
That babe, the EpiPen babe, looks more like Megan Fox,
Than
the other babe.
the other babe that says, you know, people have told her that she looks like Megan Fox.
It's not really her fault. Maybe she got lied to as well.
Do you know what it is? She, to be fair to her, she didn't necessarily say, I look like Megan Fox. People have come up to me because of my hair or my eyes. I resemble Megan Fox.
You know
But
what?
obviously, to
Those
a man,
people, they sound like police because all
Damn.
black people look the same.
Damn.
because to the man that is building an emotional connection with you and trying to picture or make out in his head what you look like, and then you go and tell him Megan Fox, bro,
And
he was lifting up that sofa in a pod with his meat.
I've already sealed the deal off the whole like non-superficial stuff. Like I've already had bare conversation with you. Like, you know, I love you without looking at you, and now you're telling me you look like
Megan Fox.
Like, come on, let's go to the altar, man.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where I was at.
Okay.
But it's entertaining, you know.
I love how
to say
like
the least.
like reality TV. That's the content we're watching.
I'd be
All
on my
these dating
sofa
shows,
just
innit?
watch.
Mess is fun when you're not involved in it.
Yeah,
Of course, yeah.
Like third party mess. So much
Yeah.
love it.
Have you
Yeah.
tuned into any Badders UK content yet?
Flurry, look
Was
at
that
me
still?
and ask that question again.
Have
God.
you tuned into any Badders UK
You
content?
the audacity to ask me that stupid question again.
Listen,
Absolutely
sometimes we
not.
roll around in the mud, didn't it? Like,
I'd
you
rather
know,
eat
we're not
chalk.
above certain things.
I'm alright,
hear
thank
it.
you.
I haven't. I'll just double check.
Don't lie, Fola.
No, I haven't. I would have told you. I'd have messaged you like, hey, listen.
Hey, yo, this is kind of lit still.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
But that's nothing to do with just me being above it. I just haven't got around to it, innit? Like, I might not. You know?
We look forward to your review.
Listen, if it's as like forthright as Vans was, then by all means, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I also started Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon Prime with Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino.
Someone said they look alike.
Come on, man. What did you not say? Wake the fuck up.
Obviously,
Any good?
It's not bad actually. Obviously, like a lot of people are gonna go in with the lens of the movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, but you need to leave that to the side, and go into this with fresh eyes. I think.
Okay.
But it's not bad. Like it's not. I'm only on episode 2, so
hold your review, man.
There's still
how many episodes?
I believe there's 10 episodes.
Okay, yeah.
So it's season 1, starring Childish.
Who's playing Mrs. Smith?
A lady called Maya Erskine.
Okay.
Erskine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't. She's not in like
She's not a prominent actor.
Yeah, she's not in like many like high profile things in it. So
there's just so much content to consume, and it's like.
Yeah,
I sometimes need that extra push. There's got to be a reason, and sometimes it's FOMO from like people talking about stuff online. It could just be a major release like you can't avoid, or something that like maybe like something like this. I'm someone that I might watch this like months down the line and then double back in it.
Yeah, like and honestly, like there's a lot of series that like I've been meaning to get into and watch that I just haven't had the time to. Like,
there's not enough hours in a day, man.
There's not enough hours in. Like, I want to get into The Boys. I want to get into.
Is that back?
Well, I haven't watched any of the previous seasons like that. I've only seen like episodes here and there.
Okay.
And then you've got the equivalent, the women equivalent to that.
Oh yeah.
The
one where the girl killed her parents with the period blood.
Period blood. Yeah.
I said nothing came out.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
First episode, very much.
First scene. She's like, "What's going on?" Like, her parents walk into the bathroom, and then the blood just turns into blades.
I won't be running to watch that one, but yeah, shouts out to you.
Yeah, but that's not like the. That's not like.
Shouts out.
That's not the only thing of the show,
innit?
innit?
Shouts out to you lot.
But I've heard like great reviews about that show.
Okay.
I just haven't gone back to it. So
cool. Yeah, I did want to. I'm gonna have to set some time aside and do it this week. I want to actually sit down properly, and have a chat about the Bob Marley film.
Okay.
Because just parking that, what I did actually want to talk about, if I'd watched a film alongside that, would have been just like when you revere someone's an icon, when you start knowing too much information about them, how it maybe like either ruins their legacy or like change how you look at them.
Let the dead rest.
I'm with you with that, but if someone has like egregious allegations or stuff that's so salacious, you're like, brother,
like,
we've got to talk about this. Well, this is and for some people, this is not like new news. Like, different women, kids. I do think it's also good PR for Bun. Like, if you practice that martial art, bun no cheese. Bob was out here with extra kids. Rita said, and she went and got herself some extra kids that weren't Bob Marley's. And from I hope it's accurate. Apparently, he adopted all the children. He looked at them as all of his like. Our family, our kids. So she just wasn't maybe this doting wife that was just there on the side. Just
he knew who he was, and she knew who he was.
Maybe the game hardened her. Maybe she learned a thing or two from his escapades, innit?
Who plays her in the movie?
Lashana Lynch.
Stop it.
I heard some allegations about her accent in the movie. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And I'm a fan of hers.
You watch it, innit?
And I'm a fan of hers. Like, she's in the Bond movies, 007. Or was she 006?
She's in in the Woman King.
The Woman King, some people saying that she brought that Woman King accent over to the movie.
A very horrible accent.
Do you know what it is? Anytime you have these cultural shows or films,
and she's
someone will always get the accent wrong. I don't know what it is, but
the thing
always slips through the net.
I think the reason why criticism came to her is because she's of Jamaican descent, and it's not to say that every single person, from there, that was born and raised here like will get the accent down to a T.
But if you're closer to the culture and that's your like, you would think that person.
So
that's
yeah,
not,
I mean,
that's not a stretch.
Yeah, it's not, but obviously you have to consider that aspect as well.
Of course.
Do
I
you know
get
what
it.
I mean? Because like not every like, let's say West African, like, you know, within the diaspora, like knows how to, you know, put on the accent.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but yeah, and I was like, rah, I'm learning more and more about you. I was like, oh, okay. And even like she said some things about their personal relationships, and like I'm like, oh, right, you might have alleged to have done a madness as well. So it's like, and she then recanted some things. If you know what I'm talking about, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I'm just like, oh, okay. It's like, you know, maybe you look at the person a little bit differently with like a slightly different lens and stuff. But
yeah, but I did hear like the acting in general was great. It's just like I think people wanted to explore more layers to Bob Marley.
I don't think you can do that in an hour and 50-minute film, innit? You always got,
especially as an artist as impactful as he is and was. Like I think he's like one of the most influential artists like of our time.
Yeah, if not D. My man's album's still one of the top sellers throughout the year. Innit?
I wanted to say it my pops because he was a huge fan when he was younger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
try if you get some time, try and do it, man. Cause I think
What's
it'd be good,
Bob
man.
short for? Robert.
Yeah,
Robert Marley.
Robert
Nesta
Nesta
Marley.
Marley.
Nesta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, powerful name, man. But nah, man, I wanna check it out properly. I think there was some. I like how the British actor Kingsley, he's been doing the rounds, obviously promo with the interviews, how he's been handling the questions about, you know, like actors that are not from certain places playing certain roles. Obviously, he's British, and like it's always difficult to leave a certain critique when certain prominent family members are involved in the film. So his son, so when they're involved, it's like, even if you don't like certain things, if the family like kind of stamp it and okay, it is what it is, isn't it?
To manage it.
Apparently, like none of the family were approached initially.
Yeah.
Shock.
Like about, you know, the
But I've seen some things. Obviously, a lot of the sons are older, innit? Like I think could
have got Skip to play him.
Is that the
grandson?
The grandson that's got a song with her.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That
Slow
boy
down.
there. Yeah, striking resemblance and a very handsome guy as well. So
Yeah,
that one would have worked in it. But I think Kingsley's getting good reviews for his portrayal. So
we kind of knew that, like, you know, he was prepping for something. Like, you know, when like an actor just pops out of nowhere and you start seeing him everywhere. It's
that's
like
the machine
building-
doing its work.
Yeah, because he had a good year last year. He had a good year.
What
I mean,
was he
he was in Secret Invasion, the Marvel. He was who did he play in that?
Julius.
Okay.
I don't know.
You see one thing with Chrissy, she's gonna take a stab in the dark.
He was in Barbie. He was in the Barbie movie. He was Ken in Barbie.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
No, there was like many Kens as there were many
yes.
Barbies.
Okay.
So he
Follow,
played Malcolm.
Hey, if you were someone else, yeah, Chrissy would have slapped your face. Actually, your advice was to be so short and snappy, yeah, man.
Yeah. it's like-
I wasn't being. He was Malcolm. He played Malcolm X in the movie One Night in Miami. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I remember that. Yeah.
And obviously this movie, like, so he's been doing the rounds.
Yeah, no, this is like a career defining role still. So, and he sounded like, I ain't finished the whole Breakfast Club interview, but he sounded like he took it very, very seriously.
Okay.
And I just liked how he articulated and like
That's a
responded
big
to certain
responsibility.
questions, innit? So, you know, especially the whole thing about, you know, actors from other places take certain roles, innit? I know it's always gonna happen. I saw a TikTok of what's Raquel's little brother in Raising Kanan, not the drunk. Oh, you're not watching Raising Kanan at the moment.
Yeah. But
The one, the music producer one.
yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't his name Sinclair?
I've forgotten the guy's name, but he has a TikTok where he's basically reacting to some stuff Kingsley said in an interview, and I won't be long-winded. He's basically like, this is how you respond to the question, because Kingsley's basically saying that in regards to seminal roles, let's say someone like an American icon, a Nigerian icon, Jamaican, whatever,
Yeah.
are the actors from that background, are they given a
Lulu.
fair enough chance? Lulu, are they get a fair enough chance to actually audition? Because some roles are actually already like they're positioned for other people straight away without even exploring other options.
Yeah,
They're
it's
like,
true.
it's going to this person, innit? Which I think is bad. Now, if you are genuinely the best candidate,
Then
I think you
fine.
should get the job. I do understand, like,
Yeah, 100%.
the Fred Hampton thing where Daniel Kaluuya gets the role. That is a black American icon I see the argument why a black American should play that role. I fully, because if you have like I've said it before, a film about Fela Kuti and the person's from Skegness, me and my cohorts might have some things to say about this.
Okay.
You know, now if they body the role, they body the role. But I think those things, and historically, like my Forrest Whitaker, he played. Was it Forrest Whitaker that played Idi Amin?
Yeah.
Like we've had examples where big American actors have played, you know, and we had to just charge it. I think it's
Did
like
Idi Amin have a lazy eye?
I don't know if he had a lazy eye in real life. That was unnecessary, but
You good?
I hear you.
We're talking about like accurate like castings and stuff.
We're going to get it that accurate. You've got the tall black and have a lazy eye.
Cool.
You're a wicked man.
I mean, Forrest Whitaker's like
You're a wicked man. Chill out.
doesn't
chill out.
many shades.
Chill out. Don't do it. Don't.
They don't
I'm happy to end it here because you're
Speaking of like
doing a lot.
the Bob Marley or everything surrounding, have you heard "Praise Jar in the Moonlight" by YG Marley?
Yeah.
Obviously, Lauryn Hill's son with Rowan Marley. That song is doing the rounds. I think it went through a bidding war. He sounds amazing, by the way, and like there is very like.
Does he?
With the help of a bit of auto tune, it's not fully auto tune,
Yeah.
but
The song sounds good.
The tone, and I think I watched a live performance of his, like, and it's a good song. It's
Bro,
a good song.
Your lineage, yeah. The one thing about them, they produce some singing, performing young men and that like this. They just bury them in it. So I hope he has a proper career and gets a chance.
He's just got the one song for now. Like if you search him up, that's the only thing that comes up. But with Lauryn Hill as your mum, you know, and being a Marley as well, and having
big boots to fill, man.
A similar kind of tone in terms of like your vocals. Obviously now, like, you know, everyone has their vocals enhanced with technology these days.
I wasn't trying to be harsh. It's just more like a response. 'Cause I'm like, I want to hear the raw, uncut voice. Obviously, it's very polished.
Sometimes you might not get that nowadays. Like, you know, even if the auto tune is not obvious, it might be there.
Yeah. And you know, what it is, to your point, maybe stuff that we grew up on. If we actually go and listen back now with a bit ear, you'll be like, oh no, this is
quite
bare auto tune or like bare enhancements. But we give credit, that person's got a great voice, but we didn't know what to hear out for until it became really obvious. Because it's not a new thing; it's always been in music. It's just tuning it and pitching and stuff. So, but I know we're coming towards the end. There's definitely been a lot of music this week. Well, I want us to sit down and give it more time a bit earlier in the conversation. So obviously Rimsey dropped. I know Chrissy listened to that 50,000 times.
Yeah,
that's her favorite rapper.
Scraps is dropping. Mo Stack has dropped.
Yeah, I think Gets drops this week as well.
Gets drops this week. He's got a lot to say because he's been shadow banned.
Yes, I saw that.
You know, which is affecting his promo.
Nave Smalls dropped as well.
Nave Smalls dropped a project. I really fuck with Nave Smalls. So I caught a bit of the project.
I listened to the Little
all
Sims.
of it.
I like it.
I haven't heard Sims as of yet. There's a lot of music that came out over the last week. I started.
What do you think of Bryson Tiller? Whatever she wants.
I like it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, it was cooking him.
I'm interested to see what he's got next coming up as a project.
I think he's gonna go on tour as well, isn't it? Like I saw that he's gonna.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to tour, man. They say
Masego's got a show right now as we speak.
Beyonce. I know we ain't got loads of time, but just to prick your like spark your interest a little bit. Are these artists broke or something? Or people really that can't be true. Surely everyone's just like tour. Is it because the COVID period where they weren't outside getting money? We're getting all these back-to-back tours.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce's broke by any stretch.
We know they're being ridiculous when people say that, but and not just Beyonce, just like everyone's outside now, isn't it?
I mean, I think this is how a lot of them make
money.
Most of their money. So
it's not going to be by streaming.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or
Unless
not like
like
that
you're
anyway.
of the, the top 3% in music that like. You've got like 50 million monthly listeners.
Yeah.
Not everyone has that. So
and if you're not independent, then you still got to break that down a lot as well.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of business in the way. Started the podcast with Jo, Obsessed. you know, that's another talent from the UK. So shout outs to him. Very quickly before we do leave, I feel like we need to do some listener interactions, as I don't think we have this year.
No, we haven't.
Okay, you can do.
I could do the couple. Race to the bottom last week. Obviously, we have Oyin. There's no way that was the Little Mermaid Chrissy was describing.
Oh yeah, last week. Justice for me and Vans.
Come on.
Whatever you were describing was not Little Mermaid.
What does co mean?
Co-possible, like
Right. Sorry, I'm.
I
made
feel
it sound
like
mad English.
Co-possible. I think that was a perfect description. The crab, the big lady that lost her voice,
we had to
the
take
voice.
you by the hand and lead
not
you there.
The actual Little Mermaid, not the mermaid, but the crab and the big lady.
Read the next comment.
E2.
Oh, shall I E2?
Shout outs to the first ladies of Cape Verde at AFCON. Bear emojis, like, you know, the drooling one, the smoke.
Oh,
what are you saying?
E2,
My man's passport, bro.
thirsty. Oh my god.
What are you saying, bro? Your passport, bro.
I'm with you, E2.
Shout out to
And
E2.
Vans was high key on some Sounds Like Hate to Me with Northwest. Louder you them on the tracks, bro. Her bars will improve with time.
Miss Westy, it's your bestie. Vans was
Do you
hating.
know what?
He was hating, man.
The album does get better, you know, as you go into the album.
Okay.
So shout out to the album. Black and Decker, we've got 2 comments. One from Sarah. The intro was epic. Can't remember the intro, but shout out to you, Sarah. We love you. Nas, if it wasn't for Black and Decker, Sweet Caroline and Vibes had to be next in line for the title.
Yeah, I like our little, you know, trying to figure out what our titles will be. So
yeah.
yeah.
And gonna do one more. It's Given Soldier. So Nads to you. Great episode, guys. Really enjoyed the segment on the girlies fighting and the musicians being held accountable for doing dumb-ish that lands them in jail. It's jarring. I am 100% with you, Nads.
We stand
Shouts
by
to
you,
you. Axe 321. Nikki's response was so mid, and she made herself look insane on social media. The fact that Megan's song was the number one trending song in New York, and Trinidad was killing me. Laughing emoji. That's funny.
That's rude.
Ammo 95 GB says Fols 5'2" and size 7 foot. Is she Krusty the Clown? Hella laughing emojis.
I thought when you said Foles, someone's going to say something crazy about
That
me.
you're 5'2".
I started bracing myself.
So they Foles colon and then
No,
yeah. Sorry.
Foles.
Anyway,
I get it.
Life of Bodge says, listening to this week's pod fresh off a Nigerian win versus Angola at AFCON felt good. Foles better intro the pod, the next pod with Kizomba. Life of Bodge, I'm gonna just be nice today.
I mean, you have to,
Didn't
bro.
you had it in you?
You had 2 nations and you still left with nothing.
We all did.
Wake the fuck up.
Wake the fuck up.
We all did.
Yeah, we were left with nothing. We have to find
And yeah, that is it. Keep sending us the comments,
Yes.
letting us know what you think of
love
the
to hear
episode,
it.
especially if you are a Spotify listener. You should see it at the bottom.
Leave a review on Apple as well, man.
Yeah, leave a review on Apple, please. We need it.
Send something via email. Like,
yeah,
there are
Something.
many methods.
Interact
Do
with us.
something. Yeah.
So that we can leave with something.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing this for a long time. Listen, if not, I'm going to have to go and snatch someone's chain or something, man.
Oh.
I'm leaving with something.
Oh my God. Good.
And I say that to
From
say
round the
this.
way.
Yeah.
Use the hashtag off the cuff
Yeah.
pod.
Yes.
Get involved in the conversation.
Yes.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Love.